Is that the official fuck it we all handshake?
No, it gives me +1 to death rolls.
Fuck up. We begin.
Very good.
We begin.
That's how we do it. That's how I want to do it.
That, my friends, is how we're gonna do it.
I always felt shut the fuck up didn't quite wrap it up. You know what I mean?
I feel like we need like a record scratch. It's like, you're probably wondering how I got here.
Yes, right?
My backpack.
Syrup sandwich.
It's on mine.
Syrup sandwich.
Oh.
That one.
Syrup just being sandwich.
Sorry. You can't see Andre struggling, but
I'm struggling.
he's doing it.
That's a lot. That's a lot of ounces of Red Bull right there.
Oh, yeah. I was very sleepy. Something computer person. I normally don't have Red Bull, so we're going to see how this turns out.
Was this a better solution than getting a 20 ounce?
I see that you got the
yeah.
heart palpitations and anal seepage sizes.
Yeah, I also had a couple cups of coffee.
Oh, I see that. I see that. Got over here. Red Bull. Over here, alcohol.
That is a sponsor I would be down for.
Oh,
Red Bull? Yeah.
water.
We can drink
There's
touchdowns all
campaign.
night.
Campaign brings you wings.
I'll just wait until it...
They can't legally say that anymore. No, they can't. They just add 5 eyes in the middle of it. That's why it's wings.
Is that
Wait,
a
wings.
If you look at all the commercials now, there's like 5 eyes in the middle of wings now.
No, I
Because somebody
remember when they
like
said
actually tried to jump off a building or something, and then
They
sued Red
did it
Bull
knowing it wasn't going to work.
because they wanted a payout. Genius.
I thought it was, there was a team that was their motto. Or something like that. Not Red Bull gives you wings.
I think it's false advertising is what it is, because it's a statement that they're making.
Anyways. We begin. So, last time on the Broken Wings, Thack found themselves being shoved down a sewer pipe as a guinea pig after bad dealings with Bartleby Beauregard, the only survivor that went to Solstice Mission out in the No Man's Land. As a guinea pig, Thack had to brave running sewer rapids, outrun a giant fish, and navigate a maze of electrical wire, all while being marginally dumber than normal. Unfortunately, the electric wire is what tripped them up, causing them to fall into a blister coil and be shocked out of their guinea pig form. From there, they met an unlikely friend in Talimnazara, the decrepit former thug for hire turned homeless charlatan after a crossbow bolt to the back. Thack promised them a warm meal and a bed in exchange for showing them the way out, totally forgetting the Pathfinder's great axe on their back. But Talim proved to be a surprisingly sympathetic ear. To be fair, it's not in my character yet. Or it's not. I also said that you guys would have to make your own cards. Yes. I'll have to do that. Well, it sounds like something you should have brought up to me a while ago. Anyways, after returning to the Pride's call with a new friend in tow, Thack went about getting in contact with Morgan about the vision they had seen and their concern about both Nordahl and Bartleby. A personal ceremony for Aurelia was held in the fighting pits, providing some semblance of closure. The following Monday, Morgan had requested to meet the group at the Guild Pack Promenade, where she congratulated them on formally passing the games and then showed them their new offices. How you doing, Keenan? I'm good. She had furnished it for them, and they discussed possible quests, and Morgan made a request of them, asking if they would take an Zet crystal allocation job and make a pit stop for her on the way. Her cousin Abigail Abernathy, the current Queen of Eldan, has been having issues in Grossmont that she can't currently see to with Civil War going on, so you guys all agreed to, you wanted the highest paying job, so that was cool, and you're going to give me more money on the way while helping out Morgan. Sounds like a win-win-win. After that, you guys went and checked on Sima, who found out that she had been not responsive to any sorts of treatment. And unfortunately, it didn't seem like she had much longer. During that, Sail and Thak kind of looked into the unholy symbol some more, getting a bit of a taste for... Sail got a bit of a taste for what Thak and Bobo had been going through recently with it. After that, Sail was in a bit of a catatonic state, but Thak pulled him out before too much damage was done. You guys left to kind of reconvene at the Pride's Hall.
Didn't he go catatonic and float down a river, and then I...
Oh, we're about to get in that, don't you worry.
Okay.
That was when he initially touched it. I was near him.
Okay. Right.
I'm trying to get both of y'all's faces on the camera.
Both. Nuvo, no, that, holy fuck.
Yeah, all y'all keep making fun of the way I talk.
I liked it. I wasn't making fun of it. I enjoyed
We all
it.
said it again because it was a nice, fun word. Call me
Alright.
Bofa.
God damn.
Both for what?
Both of them.
These.
Both of these notes? I feel bad.
It's low-hanging
I
fruit.
regret it immediately.
Very low hanging fruit.
Yeah. Basically on the ground.
Ever since second puberty.
The right one more so.
No.
Alright. So on your way back to the Pride Skull, Sail and Bobo separated from the group. Sail taking a circuitous route, floating down the river through the city instead of actually walking.
I'm just doing me.
Sail communed with their patron and found out that the path to Veldan was the correct one, as their patron also had a side quest down there for them as well. Communing with them, you found out that Tolosaval was not involved with the current issues in Guildrow. You found out that issues at home were getting worse, and... What's the third question you asked? Or was that just that this was the correct path?
I
I
think.
think so.
I think that's it.
Do I get an extra question because we can't remember?
That's like issue, not an me.
Okay. That's the one who can't remember and asked me first.
Says the one with the pencil.
Why do I have a pencil?
We have to go Yeah, I was gonna say there's a video we could reference.
Look it up. Somebody go look up the VOD.
Now,
One of our many adoring Dunderhead fans.
Dunderling.
The Dunderlings.
Yeah.
They have been coined. Okay, they have
That's
been
where we're
coined.
going.
I like
We have
it.
been dubbed the Dunderlings.
So, with your newfound information in mind, the two of you guys prayed to the Valkyrie sisters and the Valkyrie Kara and the Bay Spirit Madra working together actually created a storm wall that moved in from the Serpent Strait. As thunder broke overhead, heralding the first storm of the year, their friends in the Pride Hall heard a very different, distinct sound. As a door upstairs splintered out and a large form stepped out onto the landing, moonlight kind of cascading behind them as they stand up 7 feet tall at the moment. As they look down at the common room, you guys look up in the middle of your meeting with Ella and some of their members, as well as some of the patrons. And here's like low whimpering. So, kind of shifts his focus and looks down. There's a deep intake of breath, and as it breathes in, the edges of its fur start to light up like embers being relit. And ridges in its skin start to expose like burning wood.
I think I know where this is going, but
Hate you.
I was just thinking it was going to be our little pickpocket friend who was actually the big bad boss. He was like the end game god that like was just walking around pickpocketing people because he
Comes
was
inside, 7 feet tall.
Tempe, the halfling, now much taller than before.
He's not a halfling. He's like a 1.5 halfling.
All right. And with that, everybody go and roll me initiative. Did you ever pick which one that you're going to be playing?
What?
I sent a message in the Discord giving you 2 options.
It was one of 3, and one of them was the win.
The totally
I'm
normal.
playing Slim.
All right. Probably
Yes.
easy one to play, Meow.
It's a rogue assassin.
Yes!
And Six and Hush are in the
I
bar,
like the
right?
look on your face already, Sam.
Oh, I like the look
Yeah,
on
they're
my
both
face.
there.
I think I have an idea. I'm gonna bite my tongue, but
Oh,
I think,
I have a
I think we're gonna have to
Pathfinder.
have a chat after this, aren't we, Mr. Mr. Thack?
meta. Oh, meta. So,
Phenomena.
I'm gonna.
talking about these initiative rolls.
Yeah,
Natural 20.
that's great. I'm going to get to you in a little bit because I have a whole list I need to go through. Bonbeer. Mm-hmm. Where are you at?
Von Veer would probably be. What time of day was it?
I need to see these.
So that's the one that you found in the scuba.
Yeah, the old guy.
You didn't expect him to be a rogue?
He's minus dex.
You wait until you work. White legs don't
I'm
work.
confused.
I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking of
Nothing.
what's his name?
I was thinking of.
Brain empty.
Flash cuts to Dune, but there's no sandworms or people around.
When the Doom hits. Someone walks
It's like
out.
the sound of skateboard wheels on concrete, but other than that, it's a void.
All right. There. Bonbeer?
Von Veer would probably be in his workshop or behind the bar, depending on what time of day it is.
I got him placed behind the bar. I meant more initiative-wise. What are they at?
I'm not gonna use sales dice. That was a good call. 19
19.
plus 0.
Cool. That I realized I put 2 NPCs in here, forgetting that I was gonna play the other 2 NPCs that Andre didn't pick.
I'm sorry.
Oh, someone could have played Ellie?
Huh?
Someone could have played Ellie?
Yep.
Cool, me.
What's not?
Got an 18.
I want to play all
Got
the
the
I'm
characters.
still satisfied.
Yeah. One of them's a battle player.
I don't even know what they're
I've
offering.
never played a battle player.
they're better, I think.
So
Wait, I'm just gonna pull it up.
my port for.
You know how jealous I was that I didn't get pitched to him?
Lim going high in the initiative order.
No. I was like, I'm a rogue. I get a good plus. No, I don't.
You're a rogue that can't.
It's funny though.
I'll have to look at that later just because I'm super
So
curious.
It was either 18. It was either a Goblin Ranger.
Dak, natural 20 plus anything?
Nope. Yeah. Plus 0.
Sticks.
Classic.
Sticks rolled pretty low. Sticks rolled an 8.
Okay. And Hush?
Hush rolled a 17.
I just want to state that this is the best initiative roll I've ever had.
Yeah, so these. A
Natural
Goblin Ranger
20.
with a mutant animal companion.
I've
So
always
Minotaur
rolled
War Domain
like
Cleric.
10 or 20.
So we want to kill all of them, right?
Kill all the bystanders?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Burn the bar down.
Oh yeah, the bystander, sure.
So we're in the price call.
Yes.
Sorry, one more time for Hush. 17?
17, correct.
Alright, cool. Just want to make sure I got it right.
So firebolt's not a good idea.
No.
See, I was gonna be like, you should have told him it was like a 37, and then I realized that that wouldn't make sense, and it's really easy to cheat in D&D.
Yes.
Almost to the point that's not fun.
I know.
I'll give him a sleight of hand plus 0.
He's an honest man.
He's not. He's a rogue.
He's an honest rogue.
You could be an Inquisition rogue.
The rogue that
All
recruits
right,
pickpockets.
That's okay.
That's still a sleight of hand check.
It's put pocketing.
Alright, starting the initiative order. Zach, you see this massive, almost on fire werewolf standing on front of you.
I'm pretty sure I can gather I know what this is, right?
looks like a werewolf on fire. You only know about them in one other area.
Yes. But I'm just...
Make any inference you would like to.
There's a flaming werewolf.
There's a
Those
flaming
exist in
werewolf.
one place. What are you
Exist
doing?
in one place, and there was one person from that place.
What are you talking about? In the room currently, there is 3.
One person from that place that wasn't here.
Huh? Like I said, make any inference you
Do I know... Can I make the safe assumption that this is Bastion before?
Make any inference you wish.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how to say it more plainly.
I'm going to
You don't know anything.
not draw my weapon. I'm going to bull rush up there as far as I can.
Alright, you get up. You can get to the bottom of the stairs. He's standing at the top of the landing, so he's at, like...
I'm going to cast full
5 feet.
person.
Full person? Alright.
Gonna say anything in character?
Yes.
So, let me take this down just to speak.
That's not me turning it down, it's just me flexing for the camera.
Don't rip your sleeves off.
I know, right? 16?
That beats. Does not work. It would be a bonus action to say something, correct?
That's a free action.
Toss free. I'm going to cry out and yell in pure desperation. For the love of God, do not kill him.
Alright. The rest of you guys see is Zach stands up, knocking the chair behind him over, rushes towards the stairs. You see him clutch his holy symbol and point up to Bastion, and these almost white chains start to form around him before he shakes his head and breaks out of them, dispelling it. And then he shouts, not to attack him.
And then I'm going to try... Wait, no, that's an action. Never mind.
So,
And I'm, like, body blocking right now.
question for
Okay.
you. You said Bastion. Would we know that, or is that just, like, Zach who's aware of that?
You're also from up there. You can make any inference you would like.
No, but you said Bastion specifically.
No,
I did. That was
Yeah.
slip of the tongue.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah. You ruined my reveal.
You did.
I know.
I know. Come on, we need some kale.
Alright.
Nope.
Alright, that'll bring Devonvir's turn.
Sorry, I was getting them better in camera. Vonvir is gonna go, what? And he's gonna look up and see an on-fire werewolf up the stairs. He's from the Barrack North, so he knows what that is.
Yes. Very
But,
much so.
he was just told not to kill it. So instead, he's going to take out what looks like a small black sphere, a little like knob on top and a long wick,
Yeah.
and he's going to cast pyrotechnics.
Okay. That's not a spell I know much about. Can you explain that spell to me?
The whole ass bar.
Second level
Maybe can I do it?
transmutation. Choose an area of. So it's choose an area of non-magical flame you can see that fits within a 5-foot cube. You can extinguish it, or you can create an effect of fireworks or smoke. Fireworks is con save or blinded. Smoke is obscuring. So
Okay.
I
What'd you like to
figured
do?
that'd be something he'd have in his back pocket on a day off. So
I'm here for it. Yeah.
he's gonna lob a little sphere about 10 feet away from where Bastion is, and gonna use the fireworks to try to blind him.
Alright, so con saving throw.
Yep. 14.
Alright, that's a fail, but they're going to use one of their legendary resistances.
Cool.
And that's a 13, so it's still a fail.
Alright.
Get fucked.
No, wait. Sorry, it said legendary resistance, like I had to re-roll it. They're going to choose to succeed.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to...
I was like he has
Huh?
resistance, so he
he makes the save with
No,
advantage?
I
No.
just misspoke.
He just gets to win because it's a legend.
That do be how it works.
Von Veer's gonna go stand closer to the base of the stairs where he can hopefully intercept a little bit.
That's as far as you can get with 30.
And he's gonna shout to like the customers, like, "Make yourself small or scarce. Don't go near that."
All right. Lolax.
Yeah, can I roll insight to see if Lolax would understand like who the werewolf is after that?
Who it is?
Yeah.
Is that an insight roll? That's a good question. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll say that's your bonus action.
Cool. So that's an 18.
18. All right. They came out of Bastion's room, and out of everybody you know in this bar that's from the Barrack North, everybody else is already down here.
Sayil's not here.
I said that's in this bar.
Could be Sayil. Yes, don't know.
So you're fairly certain it's Bastion.
Okay. And let me see. So I'd like to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp and try to restrain Bastion. So I'll mark off
How does
that.
that work on stairs?
I don't know.
Oh,
It says
Floor spice.
you choose a 5-foot square unoccupied space on the ground that you can see within range. A medium hand made from compacted soil rises there and reaches for one creature you can see within 5 feet of it.
It does not specify that it has to be on the ground. It just says an unoccupied space.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You ever seen Stare Dander?
Didn't we look into this
So-
a bit when we were in the water?
So it's a strength save, DC 15. And if they fail, then they take 2d6 bludgeoning.
With the water, he was floating too high above what the ground actually was.
Okay.
15 on the die, plus stuff.
Okay. Then Lolax is gonna scream out like, "Bastion, stop!"
Bad dog.
Okay.
Boo sit.
And
Cool.
then that'll end my turn. Actually, where am I inside of the bar? Am I far enough away?
We're currently right here.
And where's Bastion?
Bastion's right here.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Cool. Sounds good.
Does anybody in the party know about lycanthropes?
You're one.
I'm not. I'm a hobo.
All right. That'll bring it to Bastion's turn, who is going to jump the remaining distance down, drop next to you, and just start going to town.
Okay.
Drop down next to Thak. So first attack. That's definitely gonna miss.
Okay.
Second attack.
Cast shield.
Did you?
16
No,
to
you
hit.
did.
What?
16 hit.
16 to hit.
Beats.
Okay.
I don't have to.
All right, you're going to take 8 points of slashing damage initially, and then they're going to use their bonus action into this different type of attack. As they drop down, you see their fangs start to protrude more, but now that you're up close and personal, these aren't fangs in the traditional sense where they're teeth. It's almost like their body is made out of charred wood, and you see it start to descend into sharpened, blackened points with fire just behind their teeth, as they're going to reach out and bite again.
Okay.
It's going to be a 23 to hit.
Why smell like a fruit roll?
Me?
Yeah. What?
It's going to be 11 points of fire damage.
So 19
Yeah.
total. 8 and 11.
I believe so. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
We solved the mystery.
The mystery of the fruit roll-up.
Smell like fruit roll.
So,
Fruit
you
roll
guys see
fiasco of
as
2022.
this black paw werewolf jumps the banister, drops down right next to Thak, and before Thak can really turn around, goes to hit once, misses, goes to hit again, connects with a bite kind of like on their clavicle. And then while they're there, you see the top portion of their head combust in fire as they start to wrench down harder on it. That's going to be their turn. That's going to bring it to Tempe, who screams.
I'm not in initiative. That's okay, I rolled too low. I would be at the bottom anyways, so just before you, the person at the top of the order.
Beautiful. Okay. And Tempe is going to proceed to run.
Classic Tempe.
Can't say I blame Tempe.
You know what my skill is? Anybody that hasn't had a turn yet, I have advantage on.
No modifier to initiative.
This is just the episode where we all see whose friend that they brought home is best.
Hold on.
I don't want to say it's my line.
Tempe, Lion, and
Talim.
Characters with
Hush. Your turn.
With called shot, since I have 2 attacks, would I be able to do a called shot on each?
Yeah, they're both at disadvantage.
Okay. Sure. Hush spoke with Bastion a bit about, the Berg North and the Black Paws.
Mm-hmm.
He would see Thack running up, telling everybody not to kill it, and just be like, oh. And he's gonna scratch his head and be like, oh man, what?
my weapon is not drawn. I don't like it.
dog launching on his side. Him.
Did the Earthen Grasp connect?
It did not.
It did not. Are there any spots on it, on his legs, where it almost looks like... I'm assuming he's kind of like... almost kind of like magma, where he has like darker spots and then like veins of hot running through him. Are there any spots on his legs that are like a vein of hot?
Oh, yeah.
So Hush is going to draw his bow, say, sorry, back, and do a called shot on both of his arrows going into one of those veins. 15 and 20. So 15 on the first one.
15 will hit.
Okay. And 14. So
14 will also hit.
oh, so yeah. So he's gonna try and plunge the arrows into just like the softest, squishiest spot on Bastion's legs to
Cool.
try and get him to crumple.
I like it. So go and roll me damage, and they're going to roll a con saving throw against the damage done. So essentially, your first attack, you can tell me the damage, and they have to roll either half the damage or 10, whatever is higher.
Okay, 7.
7. They pass.
5.
Thank you very much. All right, they pass both. So there's no extra effect, but the damage goes through. Actually, point of order, damage doesn't go through. Because they're a werewolf. You fire twice, and as the shafts hit, they just splinter on impact.
And then Hush is going to try and get behind some kind of cover, while also maybe something about like chest height.
You're right next to a bar.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm gonna stretch up next to that bar and yell at Thag. Well, I didn't hurt him.
You didn't.
All right, you start to duck. You have cover.
Okay.
All right, that'll bring it to Ellie's turn. Oh man,
Best girl.
oh
yes.
Ellie.
Why are you so slow?
My friend from the Boros that was on a different scene that I invited to the bar.
So you got 2 friends.
She's never coming to the
I
bar again.
brought 2 friends on technically.
Okay.
And
The
her
second
friend brought a
character's
friend.
taking out one of the other one of the friends.
Boom. I apologize. Gotta pull him up.
Everybody with their sidekick characters they dragged in, flavorful backstories, and I'm content with my wild actual lion.
You just wait until you need that backup character, but what?
What are you talking about? He's gonna play the lion
Yeah.
with sidekick roles.
Yeah,
No, I'm
fine.
playing Sin.
All right. You're going to see as Ellie stands up from her chair and looks up. And, is that Bastion?
Yes!
She's going to hold her holy symbol, and a red glowing light is going to show up around Thack. She's going to cast Shield of Faith onto it.
There's that. +2 to AC.
+2 to AC. And she's going to cast Sacred Flame against
The fire guy.
well, it's radiant damage.
Dog.
That is such a misleading name, right?
It
Should be like Sacred Light or something.
yeah.
So you see as the light kind of shows up around Thack, and then she immediately lifts her hand up, and there's just red mote that comes streaking down, but Bastion manages to dodge out of the way in time. Alright, Styx.
Oh man.
Oh.
Where is he? Okay, so I can't reach him. Did we? Six never had a conversation with Bastion
No,
or
but
you.
we've all shouted things at this point, though.
Yeah, he's just very confused and doesn't really know who or what is going on. So, are there any other patrons still in the bar?
No, it's gotten pretty late. You guys were out fairly late, and the general mood when you guys got back home dissuaded a lot of people from staying. When Ellie came back with her friend, Ovak, moods got a little bit higher, but nobody really re-entered the bar.
Okay. Use. Sorry, I've been going through my character sheets trying to figure out what to do. I'm going to. So, Six is going to pull out his shield and go up. Who is this right here?
That is Ovak. He's a goblin that is on Ellie's team.
Okay. He's going to position himself. Goblin. Basically right next to Thack, between Thack and Ovak.
You want to be one more up, or is that good?
One more up.
Right there?
And he's going to kind of see what was going on and saw what Thack was doing and saw what Hush was trying to do. And he is also going to use Holy Person.
Alright. I think it's a failure, and they only had one legendary resistance.
So...
Yeah, that's failure. It's 11.
Cool.
This is what I was thinking.
So... Yeah.
Behold.
Six is just gonna go up and kind of wrap his... So Thax look like almost chains, right?
Yep.
So I feel like Styx would look like almost golden hands that are kind of have a little bit of darkness around them. Come up and like grab Bastion by the arms and the legs and start kind of pulling him down, almost trying to pull him through the floorboard.
Sure. So you guys see as Styx runs forward, kind of jumping over some of the couches and tables in the way in the common seating area, gets behind that, points at Bastion, and these glowing lights seem to ooze out of the floor and start grabbing onto him one at a time, starting to drag him down.
So-
they even start to come out of the banister on the stairs and start to pull him towards that.
So they're glowing lights and not shadows?
It's like lights kind of almost enveloped in shadows.
Okay.
He's playing like Twilight.
Yeah, because like I'm thinking of like Shikamaru from Naruto, where he like
Yes.
paralyzes somebody with the shadow.
You said that when I was
There are no
wrestling the
visual
lion,
ideas.
but you weren't here for that.
What?
We said that when I was wrestling the lion, but you weren't here for that. Stopped all the lion's blood so it couldn't move. And then I was saying that was my Shinigaru.
Okay.
All right. They are considered paralyzed.
Oh.
Can I walk over? Or wait, are we still in initiative? Or
We're still in initiative.
Okay.
It has a chance to break it.
did we get a long rest before I left?
I
Yeah,
haven't
the air
fought today.
for combat.
I was the only one that had any
Alright.
kind of.
Okay, because I had spell slots. Sticks had spell
This
slots.
was still
marked off.
during our off.
Right. Cool. Then that was also like your combat was a week ago
Okay.
in game. All right. That'll bring it to Ovak's turn, who is going to just and then Goblin. You sure? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, because I can speak it.
They're going to look at Ellie and we're not shooting it. No, don't shoot it.
Best girl.
He's sitting there. He's got his bow out. He's really, really confused, and he's hear him whistle. And from outside,
Calling in animals?
they can just get in the room. A mule.
Yeah.
Does it
Bump
make it
the
past
door
the
down.
lion?
It's been hanging out the line this entire time.
Okay.
Well, that's what the thing was.
Yeah, I was wondering what the little face next to the line was.
All right. And that's Ovak is used his bonus action to command that, but he's holding his action and just has bow drawn. He's going to shoot when he's given the word. That'll bring it to Talim.
With my insanely high dexterity of -2, looking around, okay, other people can see the werewolf too. It's time to panic because they usually can't. Bad dog! I'm gonna walk over there and whack it with my stick.
What's his movement speed?
Oh yeah.
I was about to ask, actually, because I'm
Can I make
pretty sure
it?
it's reduced. What is it?
You can
20?
you can bonus action dash.
I don't think you can. No.
Use
Yeah, 20 feet.
20 feet. You can move 40 feet. Does he have cunning action yet?
It doesn't say it here.
4th level, he should.
I'm 4th level, but it doesn't say it on here.
Well, it's just
Oh,
an NPC
cunning action.
thing.
Someone can
It's
take a
not
bonus action out of turn.
Strictly.
Yes.
Not everything is exactly the same.
Bonus
Alright.
action dash.
Bonus action dash. You get that extra 15 feet out. That'll be your entire turn to get there if you use the extra 15 feet.
What?
15.
Dude, you're like all the way
So,
at the other end of the
yeah,
bar.
you're all the way at the other end of the bar.
You're 60 feet away, and it takes your movement action and bonus action to get there.
So
Oh.
that's 55 feet. Watch.
No, I'll just bonus action dash, and then I'll action throw a dagger instead of whack it with a stick.
All right. 15 feet right there. All right. You have advantage because they are being held currently.
Very good, paralyzed. Advantage.
10.
Advantage.
10 to hit.
Haha, outsought you this time. I think that's monitor was the primary monitor.
The McAfee guy got suicided by the Clintons.
What?
Just Google it.
All right, that will unfortunately miss.
Yep. Still freaking out. Other people can see it.
Jack, it's your turn.
It's a real werewolf.
I'm
That's a
gonna
problem.
yell out. Can anybody make him sleep?
Look at it.
Yeah, you can go to sleep. Bad dog.
Sorry.
Lynn jumps.
For some reason, this is happening when Suggestion's not here, so I can't.
For some
Suggestion
reason,
goes-
it feels like it's the full moon.
I know.
Oh. Oh. That part.
The whole reason he's not here right now because he's commuting.
Do I have anything to, or does Bobo have anything to do with the full moon? I don't think he has.
He have a genetically modified lycanthropy.
Yeah.
So you get angry and like a little bit more testy,
Yeah.
but besides that, you're normally fine.
See, if I'd known the thing I hated the most was at my house, I wouldn't have left.
It's really funny because I was thinking, I was like, wait, I have a way to
I asked him.
Instead,
anybody
you're at the beach
respond?
with what you ate.
No.
Nobody responds. Then they can make him sleep.
Sticks also holding him with his feathers and his shield like up. He's gonna be like, I'm doing the best I can.
Okay, I'm going. He's restrained right now, right?
He's paralyzed, yeah.
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna throw my axe on the floor, and I'm going to embrace him.
Okay.
As tightly as I can.
Okay. You noted.
Does he fail the grapple check?
Yes. I would assume so.
It's paralyzed, he automatically fails all strength
Yeah.
checks. So he's grappled as well as
I'm not
paralyzed.
saying anything right now. That's all I'm doing because I'm just hugging him as tightly as I can.
Alright, sounds good.
I'm also gonna lay on. Would that be an action?
Lay on him.
The hug. No, the hug.
If you want to have him be grappled by the rule set, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that as a grapple just in case, and then I'm also going to, as a bonus action, cast Compelled to Duel on him.
Okay. What's the save?
DC 15.
16 on the die.
Okay.
Alright. Bonbeer.
He shook off fireworks earlier. What would Von Veer know about the bite that Thack just took? How much of a concern that is?
It's a very large concern.
Okay.
Von Veer was on the crew that your stepmom lost her first husband to
Right.
because of that bite. So, it's not good. That said, Von Veer also understands that it is a disease as well as a curse, so most holy men do not actually contract it.
Okay.
That's why the Endwin did such a good job when they sent people in up there.
Yeah,
Good thing he has religion.
Yep.
God
Good thing you've
said
been praying
no.
recently. Oh wait, you're not.
Why wouldn't God want paladin werewolves? Now, moving on. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself and move up and try to flank Bastion with a Thack here. If I can maneuver.
He's gonna be flanking with me.
Well, the issue is that there's stairs in the way, so yeah, right?
We did jump down to the floor.
Right, so he's on the floor level, but he's still up against stairs.
Okay.
I will say, if you take this space right here, everybody surrounding him will get a +2 to their attack.
All right. I'll go post up there then.
Go sleep, go sleep, go sleep, go sleep.
So then, oh, he's coming in with the Batista.
And already an attack action. Or if he starts biting again.
Oh yeah, Sanctuary's bonus action, isn't it?
It do be so.
Alright, you got it. Lolax, a lot of people are clustered up. This is the perfect time to strike. The look of concern on Colby's face. Wait, what?
It's like, is somebody actively going to betray us this time?
Well, like with a sleeper agent this whole time.
I'm sorry. God. You don't think I wanted to?
I do.
I think what I'd like to do here is I'd like to. How far away am I?
How far away are you? That's a great question.
It's 30. 35.
Or
Oh, I see.
45 feet away.
Okay. So I'm going to use my full movement to get as close as I can. And while I'm doing that, like I'd like to imagine, like towards the end, it's more of like an RP walk as Lolax reaches out a hand, reaches out the other hand, and casts Melf's Minute Meteors, and uses the mutate spell option. I forget what it's actually called. But
Transmute.
Yeah, transmute magic. And it's going to be ice meteors and then he's going to say to Bastion, "Don't make me end you. Calm down." And he's going to try to get Bastion to respond, if that's even possible. I don't know if it's like paralyzed, like doesn't make it so they can't talk.
They can speak falteringly when they're paralyzed.
Last I checked, werewolves aren't very reasonable.
So, you start to cast this, your minute meteor spell, and initially, as they kind of come off, they look like these gold coins floating around your head with this like kind of fire on them. But then as they start to spin around, you stick one more hand out, and as they pass by, they all turn blue instead, as you start to transmute it to gold. You walk up, say that, go ahead and give me a intimidation or persuasion check, your choice.
And they're the same, but I think I'm going to try for persuasion for flavor.
Okay.
That is a 25.
25. You say that, and Dak, you've fought these head to head before, and you know that there is consciousness still in there. They can talk, they can taunt. They normally wind up having these warped minds. But as Lolak says that as he's approaching, you see as Bastion kind of like strains against these hands that are holding him down, looks over, and the look on his face is pain and regret. But it's almost stuck behind this feral mindset. It can't stop. That's going to bring it to his turn. I'm assuming you're holding your action.
So it's a action to cast that, and then I can use bonus actions to send meteors down. So it's basically like orbs surrounding me, and then I can use that for the next however many turns. So.
Dope.
By the way, Wisdom save DC is 15.
Natural 20.
Or wisdom saves.
They can't be that wise.
Oh, Andrew's rolling.
He's just
You want to see Andrew roll higher than you?
You want to see him do it again?
Want to do it again and again?
Do you want to confirm it? It's right there.
No, I don't even because I know you.
So
Bring the shirt, please. Please bring the shirt.
This isn't. I have to save that for special occasions.
this isn't a true boss battle.
Yeah, charges.
All right. As
Sorry. After the equinox.
you say words and they kind of like hit home as he looks just like full of regret, and for a moment you see him deflate, and then no, he's actually deflating, like getting smaller, and for a moment you think you've gotten through to him, you're going to save him, until he turns into ash and quite literally floats away. We're out of initiative. We see the ash literally makes its way for the fireplace and just goes up.
Would Vondra know what that was? The ash cloud?
I was holding him.
Can Lolax
You turned to ash.
You just got Mr. Starks. I'm sorry.
use this history back?
Yeah. At this point in time, anybody who has served time up there or is from the Barrack North can make me history checks at advantage.
I
That's 20.
don't remember.
2 in one night.
Plus Vondra.
Let's go up here.
History check. That's
All
be
right.
bad. So anything.
You get a minus.
Oh, natural 20.
So, what you guys know, what you would know, you had the unfortunate circumstance to face one of these down. There are regular Blackpaw, then there are Alpha Blackpaw. Alpha Blackpaw have abilities on top of normal. They are more in tune with whatever odd entity the Ashen Wolf is, which grants them extra boons and abilities. Thinking about this, with your natural 20, I'll even give you this. You're thinking about how inclined he is to fire, how he is at his first transformation into a Blackpaw, putting it all together, you don't think he's a wild magic sorcerer as much as he is a Ashen Wolf sorcerer that has troubles controlling magic.
Okay, so ash goes into the chimney and up. So I'm assuming I can put that together that it's going outside. I'm booking it outside, trying to follow it.
All right.
I like pick up my axe, put it on my back, and I'm like not speaking to him. I'm sprinting.
Bonvir would put the majority of that together as well, about like alpha werewolves and things like that. Probably not so much the sorcerer aspect. He probably just goes like, oh, cool, a wild magic sorcerer plus an alpha werewolf, that's just a ticking time bomb. Great. What you would know that even with a natural 20, because of Zach's background, he wouldn't, is that there are stories about how werewolves come to be. And it has never been confirmed or denied one way or the other. There are 3 ways. So there's a bite and a full moon. There is the curse of blood, and there's the curse of inheritance. The curse of blood is you already have a predisposition to this gene for whatever reason, and then after you've killed your first person, it manifests.
Should have kept him innocent, bro.
Von Vero, as he's going by, hit him on the back and cast Lesser Restoration, aimed at the bite.
All right. Good to know. You run outside, literally running your way by a mule and a lion that was prowling its way up. You see Tempe is sitting in some bushes outside, kind of watching through the window. And Tempe points up. I saw it disappear, and it went up. It's over there. He points up as this, like, these cinders are kind of floating through the air.
Following him.
All right, the rest of you guys see Thack runs out.
Sail sees a cloud going through the night sky as he's flopping down a river like that. Looks weird.
That cloud dissipated. Looking around to see if other people saw it disappear or if it never happened in the first place.
So with my 13, what would Bolak know about the Ashen disappearance?
That's weird.
Yeah.
You've never heard of them doing that before.
Cool. And I'm not going to follow, and I'm just going to look at my meters and be like, aim them towards the sink.
You haven't read enough Omegaverse fan fiction to know about the Alpha. and
Yeah,
the
they just
mythical
destroyed my
rays.
village, but I never saw an alpha. So.
Yeah.
Didn't know how much you guys all hated werewolves. And the undead. Terrorists.
I'm on a speed run.
Myself with lay on hands running, by the way.
Can
How much?
Back to full health, so 19.
so Hush? So Styx was right next to him when he was bit, right?
Yes.
Would you saw any like weird things happen to the bite? Like, was there any like he pulled out and then there was like weird stuff happening to the wound?
So a lot of things are happening pretty quickly. Go and give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Could I go inspect Bastion's room?
Yeah, you can. After this, we're going to pick back up with what he's doing specifically, and then we can tie back in.
I cast a spell that took care of them.
8. That was a nat 1 plus 7.
The bite.
Oh, I need to do a shot.
Oh,
I got the nat 1.
Go ahead.
You know,
You
grab
guys
there
got
and
rid of
shot
the
glass.
Kraken.
the nat 1 shot.
Just give me whatever is fucked. Alright.
Take the rest. All right.
Well,
What?
regardless, Hush is going to be like, Thack's running after that. Styx probably wouldn't, just because he doesn't like, super know what's going on, but Hush would go after that.
As Hutch is running out, Ellie's right behind you, and then you guys see the goblin Ovac, and it's just like, fuck, and just starts to chase after. Thack, you're like probably about 60 feet ahead of them at this point, as everybody else had to like take a moment, like, but you did not.
Yep.
You're chasing these cinders down. It's kind of hard because they are quite literally in the air, but as you run out, it is pouring rain, which makes this easier and harder in some circumstances. It is darker, so it is easier to see the actual cinders as they go by.
Dark vision, so.
Oh. But as the thunder and lightning happen, it's actually that dark vision that gets turned on and off, and you're having issues refocusing. As the lightning cracks, makes everything bright, you lose track of it, and you have to search and try to find it again.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check to see if you can keep up and move through.
Not a bad idea.
Switch it to your mouth. Makes it
Not
easier.
good.
We shouldn't.
Athletics.
No, you just take the ramen and
That
switch
11 total.
Yeah,
Eleven.
There you go with
All right,
Red Bull.
you're having issues at the moment because it's raining in the desert in a city that is not normally prepared for it. So while the city's streets and stuff are just made out of basically compact dirt, and a lot of the areas around here, it is now quickly turning mud. And as you're running through, you're just slipping and sliding. You can't get as much traction as you want. This cloud of cinders is going up and over buildings. You're losing him. It's gone.
Sorry, I just chased that shot of spiced rum with kombucha. Not a good idea. Oh,
I was
Red
being
Bull.
facetious when I said it was.
I'm still looking. I'm not giving up. I'm going any way that I can.
That's the kombucha lid.
Look, I'm running. Like, I'm not stopping my pursuit.
Okay.
Definitely
Oh, are you-
panicking, but like I'm not. Doesn't deter me whatsoever.
What exactly are you trying to do? You've lost sight completely.
I'm going in the direction I last saw. Trying to. Can I feel which way the wind's blowing? Or would I feel like, based off of the knowledge I know of what he's doing, would the wind have anything to do with which way that ash is carrying him?
I don't think he just turned to ash
No.
and was like, "Oh fuck the wind."
Rolling with a natural 20 normally doesn't. This is normally just an escape method.
Yeah. Okay.
And they normally don't escape. They normally fight until everything else is hit.
Yeah, I'm just like going in the direction of the last place I saw the cinders.
All right. So the Bright's call is in this square right here.
Holy shit, maps. Let's go.
And you saw them heading towards this big wall here that kind of splits up the divisions. For the sake of brevity, I'm going to go ahead and say that you can keep chasing all you want. You're not going to find him tonight. That's fine.
Still looking.
I just want to let you know.
Yep.
The rest of you that have run out behind him and start chasing him, you see that goes from doggedly pursuing a specific point to looking aimlessly, and he's just charging at.
Clint is probably in the bar, humming like a Rob Zombie song or something that meth heads do.
So can Hush? How far is Hush from that?
60 feet.
60 feet. Would Hush be able to clock what he was looking at, or would he have clocked the smoke going through? Because Hush saw it go out, saw Thack run out, and was like, okay, Thack's looking for it. I would assume he would also be following Thack. While?
Go ahead and give me an athletics check to see how well you keep up.
17?
17. You actually run by Thack, and you stop for a moment, kind of confused why he is stumbling around. And Thack, I would assume that you're kind of pointing up at the last place you saw it.
Yep.
Go and give me a perception check.
Also, can I use primeval awareness?
Sure. What are you looking for?
I don't know what it is exactly.
I don't think that will apply
but
to him.
you can use your action and expend one ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on a region around you for 1 minute per level. You can sense whether the following types of creature are present within one. Oh.
Yep.
So this is what I'm looking for.
You can, they're there, but not the
aberrations,
they're in.
celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Would he know exactly what this, or would like a werewolf fall under one of those categories specifically?
No.
No. Okay.
Also, look at the last sentence of that.
Yeah. So I was just looking. Oh, it doesn't even point in a direction. Never mind. So Hush is going to like look aimlessly at this guy, try and like send out a bunch of crows or something, and then just kind of like they're gonna like go out a couple feet and then poof back, and he's going to turn around and like walk up to Thack and just put his hand like on Thack's chest.
I'm still looking, not paying him any mind. I'm looking all night. Like, I'm not stopping from looking.
Hush is just gonna follow around for a while.
You guys search dejectedly throughout the night. Thack is silent, almost doggedly. At this point in time, kind of leaning more to the orc than the half-orc. And Hush is your companion. Sail and Bobo. You guys have had a communion, a prayer, a thunderstorm has started. What are you doing from here?
Oh fuck! I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
I'm just unfazed by the rain and entirely confused why it's here. But now I might have like kind of like a wet odor instead of a dry one.
Mm-hmm.
Just aren't as good.
No. Well, let's get back to the inn. You know, let's turn in for the night. Enjoy a nice peaceful meal.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Go back to the inn.
Alright, sounds good. So, as you guys are making your way back to the inn, you go through the concordance, this area here. The concordance is basically where the Orzhov used to set up shop before they moved. So there are a bunch of these taller spire-like buildings with other smaller ramshackle buildings kind of built and almost like lean-tos put up alongside it. As you were going through, you hear crying. Sounds like a smaller female voice.
At this point, I probably am used to like getting higher up on top of buildings to see like whole situations instead of encountering situations.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably like stealth dip into the nearest alley and try to find a way up onto a roof.
Alright, no problem.
I
Do you want
watch
me to
him
roll
do
anything?
that.
Acrobatics, stealth.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Not as necessarily as much as just getting on top of the building, but I don't want to be seen doing it.
Then roll me stealth.
I watch him do that. Like,
Nat 20 plus 5.
That's fine. You got it. Alright, you get up above. So the branch concordance kind of has multiple levels to it. You guys are making your way up from the docks. You guys are going uphill, and you see one of these buildings off to the side with a classical Victorian era stack crates on one side. You straight up that. And as you're up there, you're looking around. Would either of you like to make a perception check?
Yeah, I'm looking
I
forward
would like to. Yeah. What direction is this from?
It seems vaguely in front of you. You gotta actually make an advantage because it's based off sound.
15.
14.
It's the wrong dice for a second.
Alright. Add advantage.
At advantage.
Alright. That actually meets DC anyways. It's a loud, boisterous cry. It sounds like somebody's panicking. There's a small courtyard between you that leads up to one of these ramshackle warehouses with some wooden steps, and you see that there is just a faint lantern light in the second floor, and you see shadows kind of moving back and forth, almost like a struggle.
We going?
We going?
All right.
Well, you hear a girl crying, and you look back, and I'm like on a ceiling.
Yeah, no, I like watched you. You were walking next to me. I watched you get up on a roof, like, and just followed the sound of the crying. And now we're there. I'm still on the ground. You're on a roof, like, we going?
The buddy cop duo will be needed.
I'll knock on the front door.
Aim for the bushes.
All right.
I only have to aim for the bush. She's on the ground already.
I'll aim for the bushes.
So you move forward, you knock on the front door. There's no response.
I would probably be finding a different way in.
You're going to go through like the second story.
Yeah.
There's actually a small deck that you can run up.
Yes.
And that goes straight to the second story. If you'd rather do that instead as well.
I like that he was.
I'll stick together.
I'll stick together.
Yeah. I like the idea that I went into the front door and checked it, but then it's like, well, this isn't.
Let me see what
Oh,
Bobo's
where'd
doing.
Bobo go?
Oh, okay. That looks like it works better.
All right.
That one's open.
Bobo, what's your passive perception?
12.
12. All right. So you going to the front door first, knocking on it. You're just a little bit behind Bobo. And you see this just before it happens, but before you can really say anything. Bobo, as you're going up onto the second level deck, there is a tripwire. As you and both of you just hear this big bang. I need you both to make the Constitution saving throws.
I really would prefer dexterity. That one.
10.
Just count.
Okay.
Jumped at it.
All right. So as that bang goes off, there is you both become blinded for this round, and as you're blind, hear another bang. As Bobo, you feel something smash into your chest. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
All right.
Can I have my hit points back?
From the week you spent crime fighting?
I think so.
On the rolls.
Oh, Matt, sorry.
It's never a good thing.
I'm dead, apparently. Like, if you roll the one and all the dice he's rolling, I'm still dead.
Good on that one.
Fucking shit.
So, as they turn this corner, they fire. You are dealt 39 points of piercing damage.
Oh, I have 38 hit points, so I am dead.
All right, and I need the two of you to roll me initiative.
Dead out of dead.
This time.
21 for a dead body.
Not bad. Making those death saves at the top of the order.
This
No,
time
that was
on
my
the
initiative.
way.
I'll make my death saves after that.
Will we split the party
I know.
again?
At the top of the order. Beginning of the turn, you get to decide whether or not your character is less likely to die.
Lord.
I don't think I even have a healing potion. So.
You should.
Yeah,
You were
didn't we?
handed two by Sentry.
Yeah.
Right.
I knew that we had a couple healing potions somewhere.
No. No, I remember. I have a gimp suit.
What?
In my inventory, I have a gimp suit. I took it off account.
That's true.
True.
100% true, and I hate
You're
it.
right. Yeah.
Oh, they did not roll well in their initiative.
Also, I have a whip.
Use action. Change into Gimp Suit. Gimp Suit.
I'm gonna go out of the glove style.
All right, Sail, what you got?
I got a 16.
Bobo?
21.
Zane?
All right, top of the initiative order. Bobo, go and give me a death saving throw.
And 20.
Well,
One success. All right, that will bring it to Sail.
Can I see?
You can now see, as your vision kind of comes back to you, you're looking at Bobo with a hole through the center of his chest, through and through.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're looking down, you just see a Loxodon man holding a gun. Like almost a legitimate cannon in his hands.
you didn't say an elephant gun? You didn't say an elephant gun. Go.
Pretty fun.
quotable
Missed opportunity.
That's a quotable moment. Someone clip that.
Anyways, you see an elephant with an elephant gun.
Yep.
Thank you.
You do notice that right ahead of Bobo, up these stairs and actually like on the deck proper, with your passive perception, now that you're really looking around for it, there are caltrops and ball bearings mixed in.
Okay.
We didn't think there wasn't a little girl here.
I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Okay.
I'd really recommend you give that gun to me and calm it down there, friend.
That a wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Alright, 15.
I will use silvery barbs to make him roll again.
15.
Shoot.
That will meet the.
I mean, don't.
I already did.
I'll give fucking Bobo advantage on the roll then, I guess. That's my turn.
Don't die, don't die.
Alright.
Please don't die.
You see as the Lockstone man, as you cast this, the rain around him and the rain around his head actually starts to glow and turn almost turquoise as it's trying to infiltrate. But they shake their head. They walk forward with a net in hand. And they're going to throw the net at you.
At me. Alright.
Natural one, they're going to miss.
Alright.
Sick.
Yeah.
Do they get themselves in the net?
No.
That
Better than that.
for players.
Bobo, I'll make it your turn. Give me a saving throw. 2 successes. Take an advantage, see if you get a natural 20.
13.
So you.
I'll give Bobo a healing potion.
Alright.
He pours it in the hole in it.
It's
Here you
like,
go, buddy.
I thought about it after I said something.
I rolled 2 4s, so 10 total.
yay.
Wow.
Nice.
You know how cartoon zombies stand up by, like, literally... I stand up and I'm a foot taller.
Supposed to give him an extra couple inches.
No, turning into a fucking monster does.
Alright, that's your action. Would you like to do anything in bonus action?
I don't think I got bonus action stuff. You're inspired.
Get inspired by healing.
Yeah.
Inspired by not dying.
Hey, Bobo, I don't know how we're gonna get through this, but I believe in you a lot more than I believe in me. You got this.
Fucking sorry!
You got this.
With my hand in my head.
Wait, when you turned into, like, Scary Bobo, did teeth and eyes come out of the hole that was...
I say yes.
Not a Cthulhian monster.
No, I'm
Just really close.
It's like Bleach.
It's more of like my limbs get longer because I'm supposed to turn into a bigger monster. There is a mutant subclass for Blood Hunter, but I'm not that.
Alright.
That'd be cool, though.
Seeing you get back up, you can see them, they're going to curse under their breath, and then they are going to back up, go around the corner, they're going to hide. Effectively. And that's all you see. That will bring it to your turn, Bobo.
What does this room look like?
It's not really a room, so you were going upstairs to the second story deck, and kind of that leads to this, what looks like loft living quarters on top of the storage house. But you're still on the outside deck, so as you're running up, it's kind of this ramshackled, wooden put together thing. You see light is kind of cascading out either side, but the wall towards you there's no window at the moment.
So there's 2 ways in, 2 ways out, and we're near one of the entrances. There's only one other way out.
It looks like you need to go around the corner to actually hit the entrance. So, like, there, that's a window you can get into. That's a window, but it's on.
It's
There's
just
no
kind of hard
depth
to
there.
avoid. I guess I'll just make a perception check if I can see if I see where he's hiding, or at least the general vicinity.
Isn't that investigation?
Investigation.
Yeah, like I thought.
I'd really prefer it to be investigation.
It's not.
Okay,
It's perception.
10.
Really? I thought when you were like searching for something, that's investigation.
It's when you're searching for, like, very specific things. Like, I'm looking for traps.
Gotcha. Okay.
Small, minute details, not people. Well,
10.
that's gonna fail. As you get out, though, they have movement to get up. You see that there are ball bearings and caltrips in front of you. Did see where they were last was running around this corner.
How?
Oh,
I
I'm
see.
thinking I'm wrong. Wrong there. There we go.
I'm a little more wise after setting off tripwire and having the hole punch through me. So I'm gonna. Can I roll another? Or can I roll an investigation check for traps and make my way around the corner?
Sure.
Okay. Can I roll that again, or is it? I'll take it, but it went outside the box.
Go ahead and do it in the box. You got one, may as well put it in there.
That one.
Natural one. Looks clear.
Sweet. I run around the corner.
All right. That's 15. Are you going gingerly through the ball bearings and stuff?
No.
No? All right, go and give me a dexterity saving throw.
10.
10. Meets.
Meets beats.
Dexterity saving throw is done. So you run through, you start to skate and skitter, but your lycanthrope feet to actually make contact with the caltrips, and oddly enough, that gives you the traction you need to stay upright.
Okay.
So you just put cleats on.
For passing through it, though, you take 4 points of piercing damage. It took half your movement to stand, that's half your movement to move. So that's 30 feet of movement. Are you going to use a dash to go any further?
No.
All right. Is that you?
I'll get caught unable to scoot further forward, and Bubba, I think they were waiting for us. I'm gonna push up a little bit further, and I'm gonna ready a suggestion for the moment I see somebody poke their face out.
All right. About where do you want to be? Like here?
Next to Bobo, like
Out of caltrips, obviously.
yeah,
Are you going to be taking your time walking through it?
yeah. I'd like to get to like here.
Oh, shame on me. Hold on. Shame on me. Everybody can hate me. That looks like it's on the screen to me. I forgot to actually put it on the screen for you.
Yes.
Okay,
Congratulations.
I wouldn't have stopped there. if
Yep.
I had
That's why I figured. That's why I pushed you up the extra square. Or you can be there if you'd like instead.
I think I would.
There. All right.
Yeah, just a better line of sight around that corner. Yeah. You would probably actually see me like holding a hand out around the corner, like waiting for something to poke out.
I'll play into that.
Just like, I think they were waiting for us.
I don't
Did
think
you look
they.
around at my dice roll?
No, I was like, look.
I was just joking.
Yeah.
All right. So, you wait, and then you guys hear what sounds like kicking or moving inside
Inside what?
inside the actual
The house.
the loft,
Oh.
and then a door slams shut.
Does that happen in initiative, but not on our
does.
turns? Okay. What happened to that crying? When did that stop?
It stopped basically when the gunshot went off. But as you heard like the scuffling around with your extra high passive perception, you heard muffling, like, and then the door slammed and it stopped.
Interesting. Alright.
Honestly scared to take my hemocraft die. It's a D4, but it might put me out.
All right. That's gonna be their turn though. Bobo.
Man, I wish I had a healing potion or any healing spells.
I have 1 healing potion on me.
Bless you.
I will. Do I have access to the door that slammed?
You'd have to go around the corner and look. They went through the window that was up top.
I'm gonna go to back to the wall, peek the
Take your
corner,
time, Pete.
quick, and then a slower one.
You peek, and there's nothing there.
Peek and peek. All right, and then I'm looking for a door to bust in.
All right, you run forward. 15. That's 15. You're now looking at the window. As you're actually looking into this loft space itself, you see that there looks like this was an office that is just in disarray. There are flipped boxes. There's a flipped desk. Papers are everywhere. You see that there are 2 doors. One looks like it leads to a closet, and one looks like it leads to the rest of this storage house.
Mm-hmm. Does it seem like they're on the wall adjacent to the office, like the room adjacent to the office is where I heard door slamming and commotion, or?
I actually visualize this in my mind, so I'm not just saying this to fuck with you. But you know how my back door, there's a door and then there's a closet?
Yes.
They're literally right next to each other.
Okay.
It's hard to triangulate which is which. Wait a minute, you have advantage on sounds, right? Which means your passive perception is 12?
Yes.
Cool, you add 5 to that when you're dealing with sound, because you have advantage. So
Okay.
it's 17. You hear mumbling in what looks like the closet door.
Of the office? Oh, I bust the window.
Window's already open, you don't gotta bust it.
Oh.
I want to bust it.
Well, that was my movement, right?
Yep, that's full movement so far. If you
Can
want
I-
to take your action, you can dash in.
Do a perception check on the room.
Sure.
To see if people are in there.
Go ahead, that'll be your bonus.
7.
7? Looks clear.
All right, I enter.
All right. You enter in, take a moment, taking your time, looking around. Nothing goes on.
Sweet. Still have my action.
Yep.
They could do enough damage to you in one shot that your character's dead.
I know.
And there's no second mystery-led god to undead your character.
You don't know that.
This one's the Mercury god.
This one's the god of ball bearings.
You want me to run?
No, just
Be ready. Don't let my sacrifice be in vain. I'm gonna go for the closet door. No, I investigate or action investigate the
You're
closet
going to
door
have to
for.
action dash to get further into the room.
Should I
Your 30 feet movement.
action investigate for traps
From a distance? No.
from a distance? Okay. I guess I use my action to get to the door and then wait there,
All right.
because then I'll look at the door. And that will be another action. Oh wait.
Cool. You got it. Sail, you saw Bobo run ahead. They went around the corner. You saw them up against the wall. Run through. You heard them jump through a window and then just a... Okay.
just a faint okay from around.
Like a.
As soon as Bobo goes out of sight, I'm waiting for a bang. Like,
You feel my relief.
what's the name of the Selesnian guard again? The
The Concordance Keepers.
Concordance Keepers. I will just, as loud as I can, shout, "Somebody call the keepers!" Like just down the road.
All right.
And then I'll push up to follow Bobo in through the window.
Sound good?
There's no good way to shield you from the sun sniper.
All right. That's 30 there.
That helped a lot.
Yes, there is. Look at that.
Same posture, though. Yep. All right.
There we go. Now he's protected.
That's 30 feet right there. Would you like to go further?
I will dash. I'll just dash so I hop inside the window. I'll stay there. All right, now what?
We're harmonizing.
On their turn, they do things. Bubba, it's your turn.
Okay. How do they have a turn if they're not in the order?
I investigate
They are
the
on my screen.
Okay, fine.
bonus action. Investigate the door for traps.
No, full action.
Okay, full action. Investigate
It's
the door
in
for
depths.
traps. 18.
18. You look at it. Besides some like cracks in the wood and stuff like that from probably a physical altercation that took place in here, looks fine.
So I'm gonna open the door, but because I'm staring at this cracked door, I'm pissed as shit. I'm currently a monster. Opening the door might involve the handle, but also might not. That's at your discretion. I'll let you decide.
You go to push the door in when it's most definitely a pull, but to Bobo, it's still a push. I'd say just breaks it backwards off the hinges.
No, I'm holding a handle.
And as you look in, there's actually a small dwarvish man who just looks like he is in so much fear. He has been kind of tied up with a gag around his mouth and stuck in like they basically used
A sex ring?
coats. No, they basically used the coats that are normally in this closet to bind him up so he can't really move.
Bonus action. Can I roll to see if this is what sounds like? If he sounds like a little girl when he cries, or is there a little girl?
I mean, insight check.
I will poke him to make him cry to see if
The sound matches from what we heard outside.
All right, forego the roll then. Poke him in the ribs really hard as a giant lycanthropic.
does it sound like a little girl.
No, it does not.
This ain't her, but he's here.
All right. Are we in initiative order still?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I can on my turn, I would cut him loose, but otherwise I will wait till next turn.
All right. You've already used your action and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Sail.
I'll go to the office door to the outside.
Cool. Sorry, I'm not going to assume that you open it. You're at the office door.
I'm not gonna open. I'm gonna walk up to it, turn the handle, and like just open it really quick.
Nothing happens.
I open it. I close it.
Still fine.
I open it.
It's fine.
I close it and I open it and poke my head out.
This is now going into bonus
like you see the catwalk that goes to a larger storage house. That's all you see.
I went to the door that goes further into the house.
But it's a
Is this the
catwalk.
only other door?
You realize this is the office. So as you open the door out of the office, you just wind up in the catwalk storage area. The
Okay.
actual storage house itself.
Okay, this is not a house. Alright,
You think he might just live and work here.
interesting. Going out onto the walkway, do I see a mysterious gunman?
Give me a perception check.
Alright.
I will say with your passive, you do not.
Alright, then with my active I don't either.
Okay. Poke out. Don't see anything. You look a little bit confused. Bobo, as you're like bending down to try and help this person, you hear a click.
Look.
As you realize they're not as bound up as they look.
Okay.
I didn't see that.
Seems as though you have words for me.
No!
I didn't look for that. I looked for traps.
It's almost like you guys are dealing with a trained assassin because somebody has 1,000 gold bounty on them.
It's true.
Yep.
But you're not surprised anymore, so this isn't an auto-critical, so you're going to do much less damage.
No, it still kills me. I think he's saying if I get to make death saves again.
Yes.
All right, that is going to deal 17 points of damage.
Yes.
All right. Sail, behind you, you hear a gun go off. And as Boa slumps back out, this dwarvish man walks out, brushes himself off, and goes, "Don't follow me," and grabs Bobo by the ankles and starts to literally drag him back out the window.
Give me the gun and put him down. Suggestion.
Bobo, death saving throw first.
I was like, I'll give him the gun and put him 13.
Okay, one success. Gesture on your part. Your turn. I think they fail. 13?
Fail.
Alright. So, you said two things. You can only give one command.
Give me the gun.
Alright, they toss the gun to you.
Call an ambulance. Not for me.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Give me the gun. Okay.
I have a bad feeling.
I'm gonna confused.
I'm gonna close the door that I just opened behind me and lean against it so it can't be opened. I like that friend a lot more than the 1,000 gold you're gonna get for him.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
It's personal for me. I'll shoot him.
Suggestion. I'm pretty sure it's an action.
Sail.
Yeah, it is. I don't. On my next turn, I'm gonna shoot him.
What kind of gun is it?
An elephant gun.
This one is not.
Oh, darn.
This is not the
It's a
Loxodon.
dwarven hand cannon.
I'm gonna get shot through the door. And
I'm always used to, because I play a lot of For the King, guns taking an action to reload.
Actually, he's holding a revolver right now.
Oh,
It's a 6-shot revolver.
The-
It's a little less crude, or it's a little more crude than like typical revolvers nowadays. Obviously,
There's a hole.
it's much bigger.
There's a hole in me like this.
It's like a
And now there's also a hole next to it.
six shot
like
revolver.
Actually, as a point of order, around his back is an elephant gun.
but he's not an elephant man.
No, he's not.
Can he wield it efficiently then?
The weapon.
That will bring it to their turn, and they are going to action. They're going to move. 5, 10, 15, 15. And then you're going to hear them rather than see them throw Bobo down into a cart. As that cart has a cart under it, so as Bobo goes through it, it just wraps him up essentially. And then, cunning action, they are going to jump in the cart themselves. That brings it to Bobo's turn. The saving throw, please.
4.
Alright, 1 up, 1 down. Sayun.
Yep. I'll go out the window. Do I see the dwarf head?
They're gonna have a little bit of cover, but yeah, you can see it.
Alright, I'll try to shoot him.
Alright, so this is just gonna be straight dexterity and not proficient firearms.
That went into the wrong thing. 17 to hit.
17 definitely hits. So it's gonna be 1d10 plus your dexterity.
Fucking brain him.
Dice.
1d10 plus dexterity is 17.
Yeah, that's sneak attack.
Right.
I got sneak attack, that critted.
You're also proficient with the weapon.
Yeah. That's gonna be 8.
8 points of damage.
Where and how does the bullet impact? If you don't mind my asking.
It goes out the back of his skull, but he's still
It
moving.
sounds like,
No.
it sounds like an ear tip.
You see as you run forward and you can't quite get the sight line you want, so as you're aiming for his head, he can hear as you run onto the deck, looks up, sees this gleaming gun in the moonlight, and manages to just kind of dodge the last second. It still makes impact, but it goes through the top of their shoulder down. Alright. Their blood almost looks right as it outside.
Okay. And then I'm gonna like squat down as much as possible, post up on this corner because I know it's alone. So taking cover.
All right. I'll bring it to their turn. They are going to get out and almost like the word I'm looking for, commissal, where they grab the cart and start to walk off with it.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
You're talking about a rickshaw?
Yeah.
Yes. Rickshaw. Thank you. They start to run off with the rickshaw with Bobo in tow. Actually, that's a lie. Bobo, they're going to take their action to feed you a healing potion.
It's for a while.
You are going to heal.
Neat. I bashed him over the side of the head with a doorknob.
That's what they were hoping for. You're going to get 10 points back. I rolled 2 4s.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to feed you that potion, and then just stay down if you know what's good for you.
I know.
Don't want to kill you.
This dude doesn't know that he tamed a lion.
He might.
All right. That does bring it to Bobo's turn.
As a bonus action, a creature within 30 feet or more, no more than one size larger, you must succeed on a saving throw or have speed reduced to 0. And then, sorry, I'm trying to find out my DC. It's 13.
DC 13. What type of saving throw?
Strength.
New.
They don't pass?
They do not.
Okay.
At all.
They can't move. And I
Alright.
bash them over the side of the head with the doorknob.
It's doorknob on fire. Please tell me the doorknob's on
I
fire.
will take a D4 so the doorknob is on fire.
You don't have to do
I
that.
will. I agree. 10 reduced to 8.
All right. How much damage do you deal?
What dice do I roll? It's a doorknob.
Give me a D4. Plus a D4.
It's like you're hitting it with an iron.
3. 4. Not 7.
4 total.
4 total.
You don't add
Right.
your dex.
No,
Plus
I'm
your
not
strength.
proficient with it. Plus my strength.
Yeah. It is a.
Plus 2. So
Improvised
6.
weapon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Remember when Harry gets branded off the doorknob in Home Alone?
You tell me daggers do less damage than an improvised weapon?
With the doorknob.
You have to be trained with improvised weaponry for it to do a D4. But you're magically wielding a mystical, bloody, flaming
Doorknob.
Doorknob, so.
Please keep the doorknob.
So you're bleeding out of the hole in your chest, and you just get us on fire and
Very good. It makes that sound just like a.
Big bomb.
And then he can't move until the end of my next turn, I think.
all right. Sayil, that brings it to your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna look at the gun, I'm gonna look at the hole in Boba, and I'm gonna look at the gun and be like, what the fuck is this? I'm gonna put the gun in my bag. And I'm gonna pull out my hand and take me back.
So uncivilized.
Eldritch Blast. Bang, bang.
All right. Speed is 0. He's not restrained.
Yes.
So,
But I get 2 bolts because I'm 5th level.
sure do.
Buddy.
I rolled an 8, 19, and a 5. So
The 19 will definitely hit.
the 5 is a 12.
The 12 hits.
Barnes.
It's my plus to hit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I got a +4 and it's my proficiency bonus. That's a D10. I don't want to burn another spell. Right. So that's another 7 points of force damage as I finger gun him.
Brandon.
Yeah.
You see these turquoise bolts come down and make impact. That the force field actually starts to rip and tear at the clothes they're wearing, and you realize you're doing physical damage. So as it makes impact, there's just this gray matter getting blown off either side. You have done a decent amount of damage to them so far.
I look over my shoulder at the window.
Nothing.
All right, I hunker back down.
Does the Orange Blast make noise?
Yes.
Maybe.
Not according to the rules, but like,
It says crackling.
Crackling's
Yeah.
the sound.
Like lightning.
not like there are other spells that do thunder damage. Like, yeah, you can hear 300 feet away. You can still hear Eldritch Blast. It's just not as loud as something that specifies it.
Probably like a Harry Potter spell.
Yeah, pretty much.
It kind of sounds like if you hit a string on an electric guitar, as opposed to my acoustic one.
They are going to pull out a rapier from their side, and they're going to stab up at you in the cart. And they're going to use... Yeah, where did we go? Sorry. First attack is going to miss, probably.
Split the party.
15 to hit.
Misses.
Alright, second attack. We'll try it again. 18 plus stuff, that'll definitely hit. And I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Oh, special.
8, 9.
Alright. You...
Wait,
Don't you have
10
advantage?
plus 1 on hybrid form.
I thought you had advantage.
You have advantage in hybrid form too, yeah.
No, that will still be be a
Okay.
9.
You rolled a 2 the second, didn't you?
Yeah.
So they pull out this rapier and they stab up directly into your chest, and they manage to push you back 15 feet.
Out of the
You
cart.
don't have 15 feet to go. You only have 5. Oh, well, actually, you can wind up under the deck.
Could I spill out of the cart?
A chest.
Yeah.
They hit part that's still there.
Misses.
What's
through?
Could I just like get pushed out of the cart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to deal
I'm dead
18
again.
points
Yeah.
of piercing damage as they just really hard. They miss with the first one. Hit with the second. They are going to action surge.
Oh,
They still can't move till the beginning of my next turn.
Yep, that's fine.
spicy boy.
So you are going to get cover, but it's not total cover, so they're still going to be able to shoot. You're going to get half cover, same cover I gave them. So they're going to pull out their elephant gun.
Gunslinger.
That's cocked. Natural 1. They're going to use their reaction.
Does it misfire?
Roll 2 once.
Well, different guns have different misfire
Yeah.
scores. So I rolled a 1 and then I rolled a 3.
Oh, wow. I was really hoping you were going to bring a gunslinger in at some point.
Bang, bang, bang.
So they're going to, instead, you hear a... Go and give me a con saving throw.
That's gonna be a 13.
13. Right. That saves. You're good.
I like to imagine that's about the same moment as Von Veer's throwing pyrotechnics. It's like,
They threw another flashbang at you.
mm-hmm.
All right. Bobo.
2.
2. 1 fail. Sayil.
So, I assume I saw the dwarf like slap Bobo and he just went fucking flying.
Yeah, kind of. Whoa.
Action. Lights, camera.
Like, I'm getting a... I don't want to be used to catching the camera. Scary. I saw Bobo get yeeted, and I was probably assuming he's down, but he's like, fuck, looking around for the Loxodon, like, keeping an ear on the window. So Sayil will stand up and just shoot I'm gonna hex the dwarf.
Okay.
So I'll give him disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll shoot him twice. Eldritch Blast. An 11 and a 23. So
23 will definitely hit.
You gotta retire that one hand, dude. Shoot him with that other good hand.
It's fired.
Sayul is definitely right-handed.
all right. That's actually 15 points of force damage.
Was that with that damage?
Yeah. I rolled a 9 and a 6.
Damn.
Okay.
A spark.
This is literally Sayul's only damage option.
Yeah.
I have one thing that does damage. It's
I
Eldritch
mean,
Blast.
you had another thing.
Good option.
You know, go.
A gun. So that's
Doesn't work
action,
as well.
bonus action.
Yep.
Any movement, you just stay on for deck.
I'll go prone. Like, on the deck now, like, shit.
It's gonna take movement to get up and down.
I'll army crawl up to the edge of the deck, like, bang, bang, bang.
All right. In that case, it'll bring it to their turn, and they are going to run under the deck. And you don't know where they went.
All right.
What's my body?
Fuck.
All right. Bubba.
Yes. 11.
11. All right, that's one success. Is that you?
All right. Fuck. What does the cart look like? Like on the ground itself?
I
I
like
jump
where
down
it's at.
onto it.
Yeah, 100%.
And are there sides on the cart?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go from prone and like take like a jump and land prone in the cart.
You're
You
like
ever seen-
dolphin dive.
Yeah.
You ever seen like a push-up jump?
15. All right, you drop into it. Through the slats of it, you can see Bobo, who's leaning out under the deck, but you do not see the dwarf.
I don't see him anywhere. All right. No, I'm checking.
How's the dwarf looking?
Not
Yeah.
They were not looking good.
Everything I have requires that I see them for some reason. What happened? Have we ever discussed, Andrew, what happens if I give temporary hit points to unconscious people?
Any attacks after that would have to go through the temporary hit points before it's considered a critical strike.
But they don't get them.
No.
Okay.
Doesn't bring them to consciousness. You're basically just giving them an extra shield. But they're still unconscious.
Makes sense to me.
Since I don't think they're going to kill you, since they picked you up earlier, I'm not going to use that spell slot. I'm going to hold my finger guns. So if I see them poke their head out, or if I see them go towards Bobo.
Okay.
He's got 2 out. 'Cause he's 5th level.
Oh, it's your turn.
Yeah.
So you're 1 up, 2 down.
1 up, 2 down.
Say
All right. No movement or change. All right. Checking Hex. This is
Well, I was telling Liz probably wouldn't appreciate this session. I knew the first half of it was going to be like almost strictly combat.
Oh yeah.
yep.
You're not having a good time? Watch me die?
I don't know. D&D combat just feels so slow. Like,
I love it.
Yeah, I want there to be like combos between characters.
Especially
or,
when the
like,
party is split.
It doesn't
Yeah,
feel
I
as
touch
slow
that
when you're
picture,
one roll
right?
away from losing
Chat.
your character.
Yep.
Context message?
I'll stop concentrating on Hex and cast Heroism on Bobo to give him some sort of semblance of life while I can't get over there for the healing potion.
You're so cool.
I'm gonna stay put and be like, don't die on me, Bobo! It'll give you 4 temporary hit points.
Okay. Bobo, your turn.
Nine.
You reach out and cast heroism on him, and you see almost the faint specter mantra coming down through the water and going over him. Almost at the same time he stops breathing. And that specter kind of looks at you, heartbroken, and fades.
Alright.
So, we are effectively out of comp.
I would have voiced everything that was going on with me and Nagma to him, and he should know that my blood is precious. So we aren't just leaving my body around.
I'm not intending to.
Not saying we're gonna try to save the body. I'm cool with dying. I'm just saying he wouldn't have left all that valuable lichen blood.
I'll hold. Another turn. And another turn. I'll wait a little while. I'll get out of the cart.
You get out of the cart, and doesn't seem like there's anything there.
I'll go over to Bobo.
You go to Bobo, and their blood is starting to mingle with the mud in the ground. They're not moving.
I'll like pick him up a little bit and hold him, just sit there for a while. Don't really know what to do in response to a sudden ambush. I'm a lost Bobo. Eventually, I'll probably start trying to get him into the cart.
Okay. You shuffle him up into the cart, and that's where we're going to take our break.
So what would Bobo do?
What would Bobo do?
It's going to be
Die.
Olax's new model.
It's gonna be
WWBD.
WWBD.
War crime, probably.
We're really
Yeah, war
definitely
crimes
say
first
our
time.
wings have definitely been broken now.
All right, welcome back. We had.
Okay.
Oh,
By the way.
no?
fuck, dude. I don't blame you.
You are free to do as you please.
Yeah.
Just gonna
You don't want
hug a
that.
little bit. There we go. Act like you like each other.
We're locking toes right now.
Now kiss.
Now kiss.
Jingling
Like,
ears
like,
together.
Together.
We cut the video. That goes
Got
on
the
the
back
page.
of each other's hair.
What would you do if somebody just put like gum in your beard?
I hit that
yeah, punch.
really hard.
I didn't hear gum.
Gun.
Gun in beard.
Same here.
That's not what I heard either. Anyways, welcome back.
Tell him to do it.
Last time, you guys fought Bastion in his first lycanthrope transformation ever. Found out he's not just a black paw, which is basically the worst kind of werewolf you can be. He's also an alpha black paw, meaning he has extra special abilities that make him harder to catch.
It also makes
Hard
him
to
way
keep down.
cooler than Bobo.
So Bobo could control themselves, but unfortunately, you can't control yourself when you're dead.
Yep. Your cloaca has loosened.
Oh,
Eric Cockra. Woo!
you can't play Sen. Now you gotta play an Aarakocra. You gotta keep it a bird.
Do I have a
Can I
bird
be
for
half
you?
a bird?
Bird without wings.
Actual broken wing.
Yeah, bird without wings.
That's what a kenku is.
It's like Lucifer. Anybody can watch that?
No, Eric got without wings.
Anyways, dude, I am so actually sad right now.
Just wait until you tell the rest of us.
I don't have to. Sail has to.
Just wait until you tell the rest of us.
It's character, guys.
We pick back up with Sail. You
Yep.
have Bobo in your lap, unmoving.
All right. I will begin attempting to get him into the cart.
Easy enough. You get him up. He's in the cart.
I do remember to go and find some of that gray goo that dwarf left. Whenever I blew a hole in it.
Go and give me a survival check.
All right. The 12 plus. It might be plus 5. It's a 17.
17. Easy enough. It is a little bit muddled because it's been sitting in the mud so long, but you're no alchemist. You don't know if that's going to matter too much or not. If you'd like, you can roll me a 200. For other rules,
I know these rules.
yes, you do.
It's not what I needed. 30.
30. Okay.
All right.
So you got a 17 before?
Yes.
Come out to it. It is uncommon gray.
Okay.
All right. You get him up in there, and it's about that time you see a couple wolves running through, and just behind them, some Selesnya guard running full net, full break speed. And they get there, and they kind of look at you for a moment. Just, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sir, are you okay? Looking past you into the cart.
You got here a bit fucking late.
We ran as fast as we could. What happened?
Oh, Bobo's dead. I don't know where the dwarf went, but he's dead. I was gonna take him home.
Was we're gonna escort you if that's okay. And they pick up one of the arms of the wagon and start to pull it with you, unless you object to that.
I'll let them out.
There's about 4 of them. You see one of them kind of moves past and is hopping in the cart with Bobo, and they're trying life-saving measures, but no avail.
Go back to the inn.
All right. Sack and Hush, you guys are currently out at the moment.
How long have we been searching?
You said you were searching all night.
Yeah, well, I just frame a reference.
Frame of reference, by the time they get back, you've probably been out for about an hour. A little bit less than that, actually, about a half hour.
Okay. It's just me and him. Where's Ellie still with me?
Ellie's still with you, and so is their other friend.
I'm starting to get a little more, like,
A little less shell-shocked.
a little less shell-shocked, adrenaline's going down, dread, horror is starting to set in. Starting to become a little more depressed. Yeah. At the thought of what could be happening, what could have happened to him, what he could be doing, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Losing hope to be able to find him.
So, those still at the tavern. You guys have watched as Bastion kind of disappears. I would assume while Back and the rest of them are out looking, Uncle B would kind of take a moment, explain exactly what that was. And kind of the...
He would explain it was a black paw, which is a kind of werewolf, and might not have said overly much, considering it was Bastion.
So, still currently in the inn, I believe, is Lolax and Styx.
Flynn.
And Talon.
I'm humming along to a Rob Zombie song.
As Talons are wont to do.
Dracula living in the walls, Dracula living in my bones.
Certainly know how to undercut a somber moment.
My character died. Time to sing some Rob Zombie.
So, Lolax.
Can I see the book with the Redemption Paladin? Later.
Not off the top of my head. I think it's Xantar's.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in my office on the bookshelf, probably.
Can I get it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Without saying the recording, you're gonna hear more Rob Zombie in the background.
Damien wanders off, singing, wandering around aimlessly.
Lolax, Styx, is there anything you guys are doing in particular while you're waiting for parties to reconvene?
Yeah, I was going to search Bastion's room and look for any signs of what happens, if there's a diary. Yeah.
Alright.
Styx is probably just assessing if anybody else was hurt, trying to provide aid if anybody was, but I don't think anybody was.
No, it seems like Zach took the brunt of whatever attack that was.
Is there still a mule?
No, that one with the goblin. In fact, the goblin is riding the mule.
Where is the lion?
The lion is still outside, kind of confused.
Styx is gonna go out and just kind of like check on the lion, try and calm it down if it's all roused up and ready to rumble or anything.
It looks more confused than anything, but you bring it in, it shakes the water off, and you see it kind of walks up to where the black paw and everything happened and just sniffs it and just looks very disgruntled and goes on to the opposite side of the bar, actually climbing underneath the pride's chair. The giant chair that is in the pride's column. Lolax, you go upstairs and start to check around, and the splintered door, half of it is still hanging on the hinges, and as you look inside, it looks like a bomb.
Does this remind me of any events like when I visited my home?
In the sheer fact that it looks like fire happened, and that damage was done to a room, the telltale signs for black pawns is just destruction. They're all consuming. Even if you kill them, they still get you in the end by biting. But as you look around, you see that there are kind of bits of almost charred tinder laying around. the candles that he was using to kind of meditate and practice have been basically melted down to nubs. And in the days kind of like following up to this, you guys kind of thought Bastion was sick. If you remember a couple sessions ago, I mentioned that he was like having migraines and things like that.
I'm gonna pick up like some of the candles and kind of just crush it in my hands. Look at the scorch marks. Just
There's wording in here that's really funny. For my character.
I was wondering why it looked like you were holding back tears.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
that's a 2.
Two. The large like radius of destruction makes things pretty hard to look through. You see that there are kind of he had quite a few books up here for while he was like trying to learn and practice, and the majority of them are just gone. This room was made of wood and wood paneling, and it looks like the inside of it's just been charred. That is indicative of black paw attacks. It's just the sides of houses where they ran through, just being certain sections of them just up and charred. Sometimes the outlines are left where people were standing at the moment.
I'm gonna check like some of the surrounding areas and see if there's any what I would know to be like shadows of people who were there before. Like, did he kill any of like the people who were up here?
No. Luckily, it seemed like it was a pretty quiet night. After all the festivities, most people went home. So it's a Monday. Not a ton of people like to stay in the East Haven on a weekday. They're normally in other precincts, like Precinct 1, that kind of stuff, where like the nightlife really happens.
Well, Lex is just gonna deep sigh again and be like, well, I don't know how this could get any worse. But at least nobody's hurt.
All right. It's about 20 minutes later that a few of the Selesnya Guard, the Conclave Keepers, the Concordance Keepers, sorry, enter in ahead of Sail, and they kind of walk up and go straight to Uncle B and start having a hushed discussion.
Would I recognize any of them?
By face, yeah.
Would I know what they do? Like, if they're healers, if they're peacekeepers?
So, the Selesnya normally have a very standard regiment when they send people out. Like, you were a medic. That's why you were on board. So there's normally, like, a medic, a beast handler of some kind, and a, normally another support-type caster. So, like a druid or something like that. The ones that walked in, they look like they're the medic and the beast handler.
And who would be outside?
As you look outside, you see Sail is being talked to currently by a man in some leathers. You would assume he's probably a mage of some sort.
Gonna walk up to Sail. Say, missed some interesting stuff here.
They got Bobo.
What?
They got Bobo.
What do you mean? Where is he?
I just like look over my shoulder at the cart.
They got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
That's how it applies to any characters.
Can I see over what he's looking at?
Yeah. As he kind of motions over to it and you look at it, you see that there is a body that's been kind of wrapped up in the tarp that they were dropped into initially. And it's at that point in time Uncle B walks out and just puts an arm around Sail. Doesn't really say anything.
Hush is going... Sorry, not Hush. Styx is going to realize the medic walked in and there's something wrapped in a tarp and hop in and, like, unwrap and see.
As you unwrap it, you see Bobo without his mask. Mask has been
that's
placed off to
terrifying.
the side. And that's initially a pretty grisly sight, but you see that there is blood that was starting to cake into his feathers, into his plumage, and you start to open up more and more and more, trying to like figure out what exactly was going on until you get to his chest, where you see that there is just
In the cart.
that big of a hole.
And then there's another one, like, not as big, but there's still, like, another hole.
So Styx is going to try and stabilize, and then use Revivify.
All right.
Shot, stab.
You spare the dying, and that.
I would have tried using Revivify first.
First?
Yeah.
Okay. So you pull it out, call it a diamond, correct? I'm assuming you probably would have bought this during the week coming up with this.
Yeah, along with like the herbalism kit, medicine pouch.
So you pull the diamond out and you start to chant over it, and as you're chanting, you feel the touch of Kellenthor. And to you, you can feel the scales tipping back and forth. You've never cast Revivify before. Is there anything specific you were trying to do while you were doing this, besides obviously the spell itself?
So Revivify just says you touch a creature that has died within the last minute. I'm assuming that I didn't see any breathing or no blood gushing. Just a lot of like dried, coagulated, or starting to coagulate blood. Would I have known how long it's been since that blood has been on there?
The fact that it stopped bleeding and that it is just starting to coagulate itself means it's probably been well over 20 minutes.
I guess what Six will do is just kind of like quickly wrap the wounds. Just like obviously not trying to do like life saving or like tourniquet or anything like that. And then he is going to use gentle repose. And he's gonna pull out like from his pouch. He's gonna pull out like some salt and sprinkle it over, and pull out 2 copper coins and place it on. I'm assuming what he thinks to be where Bobo's eyes would be.
There'd be one eye, and the other one would be like kind of like a hole.
So he's gonna he's gonna just kind of, and he's gonna like put a coin in the hole and then put 1 coin over the eye.
One kind of falls vertical, and the other one stays flat. This works in Bobo's Undead Squared.
So as you were getting ready to cast Revivify, and you realized it's already been too late, and felt the scales starting to tip back and forth, and you switch to Gentle Repose, you feel them come level. As decision has been made yet.
Does this have anything to do with any dreams that I've had about Bobo? Like, when I'm touching him and using Gentle Repose, do I get anything, like, on top of that?
Go ahead and make me a religion check.
18.
18. Putting together the visions that you had before about Bobo, you know that Bobo is very important to whatever is going. So as you are thinking about it, and you know Kellenthor, for whatever reason, has his sights trained specifically on Bobo.
And he has not, like, put that final, like, gold coin or whatever it is in that, like, side of the scale.
So even though the visions that you've seen previously have Bobo in darkness, there's just been a finger on the other side of the scale, keeping it from tipping completely all the way over.
Can I reach out to that side?
If you'd like to.
I'm going to, against me as a person's better judgment, I'm going to clasp my holy symbol and, like, basically touch Bobo with it while saying a prayer. for Kelmor's protection in this like endeavor, and then just try and like reach out to that other side that has like that little bit of influence that isn't Kelmor. It isn't just life and death.
So that little bit of influence as you're trying to reach out to it, it is like a drop in the ocean. Everything. You try to reach out, you try to assist, but he is still being pulled further and further down. You are dealing at the same time with two different analogies that Kellenborg is giving. The first analogy is for gentle repose, where he's basically been put at level. There's still the possibility to save him. Kellenborg decided not to take him yet. The other one that you were given, I apologize, get all choked up, has more to do with Bobo's soul. And that's the one that Kellenborg has a direct interest in.
So Kelmor wants his soul.
Maybe not in such a literal sense.
Or just he has some kind of interest in something about Bobo that isn't necessarily his body.
A little hard to tell, even with an 18. It's a little ephemeral. You know that Kellenborg would not have sent you to Bobo in the first place if he did not have some type of particular interest. Kellenborg normally does not grant things like gentle repose to just anybody.
So,
Your spell has taken effect.
yeah, as gentle repose does, right? So, Styx is going to drop his holy symbol, like not like drop, but basically like let go of it and leave it on Bobo and just kind of like stumble out of the wagon, like kind of like roll out of the wagon and just kind of try and hobble up on his feet and go over to Sail and just walk past towards inside the bar and say, I gave him just a smidgen more time. And then he's just going to walk past.
So while Styx has been jumping into this cart and effectively performing cleric CPR,
Yeah.
I would have approached Sail and stood next to him, shoulder to shoulder, and then I would have said, "Did he fight till the end?
What was it?
Did he fight till the end?"
And then some.
Yeah. He fought the multiple.
He was a good person. Underneath all. So you know we can't keep his body around, right?
That's true. We can't just have it out for Nagma.
I can help with that once everybody said their goodbyes.
I don't want to.
It's probably at this point in time that Styx walks by and says that he's bought you a little bit more time.
If Bobo has a whisper of consciousness, it's screaming.
He like in the darkness, he's like, fuck, God again, God damn it.
Or is it calling?
Screaming. Horrible, awful, ear scraping.
Hearing the
He's
Bobo,
probably rehearsing that scream of the ghost in the palace.
Yep.
That horrible guttural scream.
hearing a phrase that makes him think Bobo has more time, he'll whip around to see that Bobo's still a corpse. So he's a little disappointed.
Just breathes once.
I don't know if I want to make that decision right now.
I think that it's important that we do it soon. If we're gonna do it.
Would Six know how long it gave, like, verbatim, using Gentle Repose?
It should say that.
But would he know, like, would it be like, yes, he has 10 days?
Yes.
So Stick's still walking into the bar, but still within earshot. I'm assuming he hears.
It sounds like they're talking pretty much. I'm not.
I was gonna leave it there.
Is there can I just make a perception to see if I hear?
Is there another place that perhaps we need to go and make sure that nothing was left behind?
Other than his room and the stuff on his person, I don't.
I would mean like his things. I meant like pieces of him. It looks like
Maybe.
we might have some stuff that needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah, he got the big hole blown in him, and then I got a potion in him. We raced all around the house for a little while, so it's possible. Might be something that needs cleaning up.
Well, never really said that you know what the stakes were if somebody were to collect that.
Boba was very concerned about it getting back to Nagma, but I worry that the person who got him today was sent by her and might have took some. But I have I don't know.
Well, if it was that important to him, then I think he would have wanted us to take care of it. But I don't know about going alone. You look pretty tired.
I've it's been a day, but we should probably go take care of that.
You should know that Bastion wasn't sick the last few days, and he came down the stairs as a firepaw,
Black Paw.
black paw.
Oh,
We fought him, and he escaped through turning into ash and going up the chimney. And right now that's where Thak and Hush are.
Take a check on the dinner.
all right. Natural 20 and an 18.
You're also aware of what that entails.
Okay. 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 All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go clean up Bobo. I'm just gonna turn around and go back to where we were just fighting at.
I'm gonna follow him, and I'm gonna gesture over to Styx.
Styx is going to halfway in between trying to get behind the bar and grabbing something that looks strong. He's going to like see just out of the corner of it. Actually, no. He's going to like kind of look back because he was interested in what they were saying, like twisting his whole head, then see that. He's going to be like, and then just like put one leg out and then twist and then start walking over towards Lola.
We're gonna go clean up where this all happens. I think you should come with, but I think we also need to make sure that nobody tries to take Bobo.
He's gonna think for a second, and he's going to walk. He's gonna like nod and then walk over to the city guards, the forget the name of this.
Selesnya. Concord Keepers.
Concord Keepers.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk over to the Concord Keepers. He's gonna kind of like nod and see if any of them recognize him.
They'll nod back in the same way that you know a couple of them by face.
They recognize my face.
I've heard.
He's going. Styx is going to ask whoever the beast keeper is, and he's going to say, "You guys seen Cancun, a very large greenish man walking around, probably looking a bit dejected?"
So you walk up. She's a female tabaxi that has a wolf on her leash for the moment. And she kind of, no?
He's gonna walk back over to the Lex and say, "Nobody's seen Hush or Thack. And they don't know anything, but I don't know if it's a good idea to tell them Thack right now.
Do we need to be on the lookout? Is that who did this?
Can you guys? No, they didn't do this, but they're very important to our group." And then Six is just going to kind of mention, like, we just participated in Guild Pack. I don't know if you were watching.
You say that, and there's a few of them.
And I'm going to be like, "Do you remember what the large green man looks like now?"
A couple of them still look a little confused, but one of them.
Thack is greenish, right?
Half orc.
Half orc.
Oh.
No.
Well,
He's blue, obviously.
fuck.
Like
Six
kind
is
of a
colorblind.
grayish green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say that, and you. It's actually a total luck kind of speak. Do you mean the paladin?
Yes. Very holy man. Kind of radiates a lot of things.
Anger.
Anger, frustration, depression.
He was gonna say I think Styx probably would have said it like, he like radiates, he was gonna say holy energy, and then he's gonna think about it, he's gonna be like, the right word right now. He radiates a lot.
He's a man with some, like, machismo.
Very much.
We can ask a few more keepers to go looking.
If
Do
they
you
find,
know where their last whereabouts were?
would Styx have known like what direction they ran off to?
Hey, thank you.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for the raid.
Styx would have known they wouldn't know.
So he's gonna kind of thrust his wing out and kind of probably bat some of the raindrops, and kind of point his wing in the direction north and say, "They went that way about 20 minutes ago."
All right. Well, I can.
Our bot
ask a few
sensor
people out.
keep.
Yeah, my bad, dude. I'll get better at Nightbot. I'm still learning.
We're not used to raids.
I apologize.
So is Uncle V still around the cart?
Yeah, Uncle V is right behind Sail basically the entire time, kind of just letting you guys do your thing.
Uncle V, do you think that you can?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Do you think that you can watch Bobo's corpse for us and make sure that nobody comes to collect on his bounty?
That I can do. I would not recommend. This is tough. And he kind of puts these large hands around Sail's ears. And no, you're not the child anymore. I can put him in, and he like drops hands. I can put him in the forge and just leave it and close it. Nobody's probably going to look in there. I'm not trying to be insensitive.
You have cold storage in the forge.
He cold forges. He's a frostblight.
Something I wanted to do
Creates vacuums.
earlier, but never made it back to the bar to do. But something I assumed Bobo would have done with the warhammer, the warhammer I got. That's cold. I would have put it on the bar next to drinks to keep them cold because I can't use it effectively in battle. So I would have been like,
Oh, man.
like, this belongs here. No, I kept the drinks cold.
Could I roll an insight check to see what
You didn't give me the magic
Lolak
item?
thinks that
No,
Bobo
the
would
drinks
want
needed
it?
to be cold.
Yes. It's gonna be at a fairly high DC.
What was he asking?
If he can try and ascertain what Bobo would have wanted.
Oh,
Would it remain?
19?
19. Oh, wow. Okay. Bobo, what would you have wanted with
He's
your
exactly
body?
right. I will fucking burn it. Yeah. If I'm not coming back, I don't want anybody else finding it. So the most effective way to make sure nothing else ends up the way I did is to burn it.
Okay. With that, Lolex would say to Uncle V, he was pissed he came back the first time. I think it's fair to say that what he would have wanted is to be put to rest permanently. And I can't think of a better way than in your forge or by my hand. And to be honest, it sounds a lot easier to have it in the forge than to set fire to my friend.
it's a cold forge.
It's a cold forge.
I think he probably has a regular forge too.
It can do both. I'm just not as good with the fire. Frostblight.
It sticks within earshot of all this.
I'm assuming you guys are kind of talking in a large huddle at this point. You guys have all been kind of bantering back and forth.
Yeah. Six is going to vehemently, say absolutely not. And then he's going to give everybody the details about what he felt like when the scales were teetering, when he was trying to, stabilize and, revive Bobo from death. And then what he felt when he basically was trying to just keep the corpse from
Decay.
decay, rotting.
So you're telling me that there's a god or something that's trying to interfere with Bobo's ability to be put to rest.
That is a possibility. I don't know what its intentions are. All I
Given
know,
what Bobo's talked about, it doesn't sound like that thing was friendly to us. And I think we need to put him to rest now.
Bobo also didn't seem like he wanted to die.
Absolutely not.
When Nix, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Roll me a religion check at advantage.
When Jeremy was like, Styx will insist absolutely not, in the fucking done look on Andre's face. Like, that's what had me
At
giggling.
advantage?
Yes.
That one.
Gotta have advantage. That's a 10.
It's a 1 with a 0 behind it.
You feel like you haven't conveyed the message of whatever this vision was effectively, but you also don't understand how to do it better.
Can I just, say, Kelmore would be definite. He is a very definite god. He is very much life or death, and there's something still there.
So another death god.
I don't know if it's another death god. I
Doesn't
don't know
want
if
Bobo
it's
to die.
the same death god on the other side of the scale.
Okay.
Too much clout in the game. You won't let me out.
I feel like
It's not that easy.
so you'll. Do you agree with me? Sounds like we have a decision to make before we leave.
Do we know who his next of kin was?
Nobody he likes.
Like, essentially us.
I thought Hush and him were like cousins. Or something like that.
Bobo appeared to be caught off guard by that.
Say it again. Nobody that he liked.
Took him on a mission where he got blown up. Anyways, he got blown up.
Yeah, Bobo went out on a mission and came back without Hush mysteriously.
Styx's last input is basically going to be that Bobo didn't seem like, because did Styx know about like the vigilantism? Oh well, yeah, because he brought a line.
No, I talked to Styx about it.
Yeah.
Very actively, yeah. It was not something he was hiding.
Styx is basically just going to say Bobo didn't do these things as a suicide mission. It seems like Bobo was trying to make the world a better place, and I don't think that that's something that somebody who wants to die does.
I don't disagree with you. All I'm going to say is that the last time that he came back from dying, by his own words, he said that he would have rather died.
It's true. That's literally the first thing I said when I woke up. You can run it back.
And I understand that that's hard for you to accept, and I get that you're a man of faith, and that you think that you've seen something that indicates that he might still be there. I don't think he wants to come back, and I think the right thing to do is to let him rest, finally.
I don't want a world built for you. Living and growing up in this city, with many death priests about, I would assume that there would be some sort of commercial service that would offer Speak with Dead, the ritual spell, to allow you to ask a few questions of the dearly departed.
That's not world building for me, that's just an actual thing.
Okay.
The Orzhov definitely
World
have that.
Would Sail know that to be something that could be done here to ask Bobo how he would like this to be handled?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Death Cleric, or Grave Cleric, we could cast this one spell you may have heard of.
He's gonna, Styx is gonna like, one eye is going to fully close slowly and then open up at being called a death cleric. And then say, I mean,
I apologize.
He's in grieving.
yes. Yes. I don't want to be around when that happens. But I don't know if all of you know, but I'm also very much devoted to Kellenborg, where if death is definite, then I want to put them to rest. But that was not definite.
Because you cast a spell.
But it wasn't just like, oh yeah, I stabilized the corpse. Like I connected with something on the other side that very much was invested.
So,
And was it Kellenvor?
Yes.
Kellenvor was invested in.
Yes.
Okay. I think we should ask more from Kellenvor and Bobo.
You go do that, and I will go pray.
Sure. Easily enough. Alright.
Styx is
Who
like your
wants to man
terrorist
each
guy?
mission? Obviously, Styx is going to man the prayer. Dak is going to be manning running after possible Bastion, I would assume.
Yeah.
Out of you two, who wants to man the Speak with Dead mission?
So I basically have to, if the other mission is going to be cleaning up the remains of Bobo and the house where he was assassinated,
Okay.
because I don't know where that location is.
And you don't have the spell to easily clean things.
No.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Alright. And there's 4 things that need to be done. Consecutively. I don't do words. Correct. I was right the first time.
Hopefully it'll be very quick.
Alright. Can I have you all roll me d20s? What were you going to say?
I was going to say Thax' mindset the longer this
D4?
goes is she's waiting for somebody
What'd you get?
to pull him away from this, but
I critted.
nobody said anything
The
yet,
opposite way?
so
Colby critted.
I critted too.
Nice.
Okay.
17.
14.
Did you roll again?
Fitting.
Do I get anything?
Nope.
14.
All right, so that is going to be something.
17.
So, boom, 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 boom. Okay. We're going to tie back into stack now.
Okay.
The order.
Yeah, I was about to be like, how do I roll? Like, I'm just having a breakdown instead of clean. Like, roll 1 to clean up the remains of your friend's corpse. Like,
A little roll the 1 to talk to Bobo in the afterlife. He screamed. He was screaming.
That's a lot of dead on Bobo.
Okay. So, you've now been searching for Bastion for the better part of 2 hours. As you're running through. It was already pretty late when it started, and you can see that the faint trace of dawn is starting to come up. You can just start seeing it up over the mountains, over the horizon. And as you continue on, is there anything specific you would like to do?
Would like to do. I'm panicking. Like I said, like in the back of my head, I'm waiting for somebody to tell me, you know, this is lost. That there's nothing you can do now. I know that. I just can't bring myself to.
Let's get a handle on this.
I'm sorry.
Feel this sad and somber episode, okay,
We
guys?
have a fan that's sending live memes.
What is the Discord?
It's Meg.
What is the Discord if you want to see what we're laughing about?
Sam.
I could see out of the corner. That's what I thought it was.
Sitting around trying to have this moment with Sam, and you're just dying.
I wasn't ready. I'm sorry. Like,
My eyes hurt.
Meg, you got me. You got me with that one. All right, I wasn't ready.
It is pretty funny, to be fair.
Oh, that's
so
fun. That is fun.
Yeah, so Zach's not. He's waiting for somebody to tell him go home, but he can't bring himself to tell himself to go home.
All right.
Hush is also going to be, at this point, tired and going to be trying to coerce him to go home as well.
All right. So, between you and Ellie, there's this moment as you guys are basically just chasing and trying to do damage control for Thak as he's running through the city, trying to find his son. And Thak, you get to a moment where you are just turning blindly into dead ends, and you're stuck. There's no way out, and turn around and you see Ellie, Hush, and kind of just behind them, Obak. Ellie just puts her arms out. Just, gonna be okay. We're gonna find him, but maybe not tonight.
I just look at all 3 of them. I kind of realize what I've been doing, putting them through it. I give her a nod. I don't say anything. Start walking home.
All right. She kind of interposes herself and forces you into a hug.
I kind of limply, like, still processing. Kind of feel like everything is lost again. Can't imagine what's going to happen when I find out more. But yeah.
Hush, being not super into physical contact, is going to, like, put a little crow just on your shoulder and is just going to kind of, like, do you have any facial hair? That's that.
I think I did, but
In the drawings?
let's just say I had a beard. I don't know.
no,
I don't-
you should have mutton chops going into a mustache.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Oh,
Like a real Lenny.
Mission
Lenny
or
killed
anything. That would have been nice to know.
It's
Sorry,
and the
ladies.
crow is going to try its hardest to materialize something that looks like a berry and then just put it in his beard.
There's a special berry that kind of appears placed in there, and as you look down, it just
Zero acknowledgement.
Hush is gonna look a little dejected.
Wrong time. Hush.
You try.
I don't want to hug you, but
Walking home, kind of like a quicker than you'd expect pace from somebody running all night long, but just want this day and night to be over with.
Okay.
Yeah, I have more to do, but when I get back to the Pride Spall, right.
So you take some time, and there's this weird moment as you guys are all breaking off to do your separate things that the people who helped you bring Hush, or sorry, not Hush, but Bobo back in, had been sitting there waiting to like take a report whenever you calmed down, and then you kind of just left. So the turtle man kind of just, I'm gonna go with, I'll go with him. And they start trundling on after you.
Alright, I assume hear footsteps behind me.
He's not very quiet.
Right. I'll just turn around, kind of wait for him to catch up. Alright, come on. Putter my way back over. It's the boy, Bobbert.
Oh, Bobbert.
And then when I finally get there, I'll look around a bit, I guess. Were there actual residents in this house? Besides the person that we fought here? Or in this warehouse?
$5.
Thank you, Bobber.
Robert!
As you look around and kind of poke your head in, the turtle's not really bugging you. They're kind of following you. They're basically just here to help you out and figure out whatever's going on. They figured the best way to help you is just to be around.
Yep.
But as you go to the second story, poke your head in, start looking around, probably like picking up pieces of paper to see if this is like an actual business. It looks like it is.
Alright. I'll just go around where I know Bobo was and make sure that I'm using prestidigitation to remove
The bits.
Yeah. And if there are any chunks or bits and bobs of the thing that killed him, I'll pocket those as well with the moves that I picked up earlier.
Alright. Go ahead and just give me a survival check. I understand the prestidigitation, so this is more about how much of the other bits and pieces you find.
24.
24. Okay. You find quite a bit of the extra gray goop and things like that you add to it. At one point in time, you actually find this. It feels like skin, but it's just completely gray, almost like Goliath gray. But it is a fairly sizable chunk. But you can go ahead and add that as well. As far as finding all the bits where Bobo was, you do find extraneous bits that are definitely Kenku. Those are collected, and then there are bits of blood and stuff that you clean up. The process takes you to do like in-depth, thoroughly. It's going to take you probably an hour. The cleric is kind of seeing what's going on. He's documenting things down on a ledger, but then he comes in to try and assist.
Alright.
And the entire time, he's kind of just almost trying to make as unintrusive a small talk about what happened as possible.
I'll give him like a kind of a rough breakdown. Like, we heard screaming, we rushed up, we hit a flashbang trap. Bobo got down the first time, and going into the house, and you got down the second time. Then I got the gun, and you got down the third time. And then they got here. So I'll have somewhat of a report.
He begins to write that down. Thank you. I'm sorry for your loss. I hope your friends can figure out the rest of what's going on. We will now that everything's done, we'll get a report back to my captain, and then they will probably talk with higher authorities. They'll probably wind up with the Azorius.
Appreciate it.
If I'm not wrong, I think I had 5 successful death saving throws and 3 bad ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just the 3 were consecutive.
And he's just going to kind of assist you throughout whatever you're doing. And is there anything else you'd like to do on this?
No.
Okay,
Particularly.
fair enough. All right, Styx. You're going to commune. What exactly are you doing to facilitate this?
Yes, because let it be known, I still left my holy symbol. I am going to basically just think about the events that have led me up to this as much as possible at, where am I? Or can I pick where I go?
You can pick.
I'm going to go to my graveyard, which I have a name for, actually, if that's okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
The Raveyard.
Gonna,
The perch.
one second. I have to find the file because I reorganized my laptop.
How dare you?
So basically... Oh, wait. I think I sent it to you.
You did at one point in time.
I don't remember.
I mean, I currently have.
So, Redemption Paladins, they believe that any person can be redeemed on the path of benevolence, and justice is that everyone can walk. I have no legs.
So you lead others to a redemption you yourself cannot have?
No, I believe everyone can walk.
God damn it.
I'm gonna keep looking for it, but I'm basically going to say what I said. I think I sent the file to you on Discord in a DM.
You did. I'm opening it now.
Fuck.
But it's in Word, not Google. How dare.
I'm also opening it. But he's going to think about all the past events since, he was called to help in the first place. And he's going to basically think about that he very willingly left his holy symbol as a, I don't know, he thinks maybe possibly a ward, some way for War to stay connected. But he's gonna pull from himself, or try to, all of his deep feelings about life and death, and how he is a bit ruffled by the conversation with Lolax about how much they basically wanted to burn his body, even though it wasn't definite in Styx's eyes. And he's just going to pray to Kalimvor and just ask for guidance.
So you go to
A D6?
Hallowgate Cemetery.
Okay.
I found it. Is there anything you're doing specifically to facilitate this besides just prayer? Is there a spell you're trying to do? Is there anything like that? I feel like if you're going to your graveyard, you probably have multiple holy spells. You
Yeah,
have
I
an
mean,
entire graveyard.
he's probably going to
You
go...
can go to a tombstone and just
Yeah, he's just gonna go up to the area where he spent a lot of his time studying and praying to Kalimvor and progressing his faith, and either find a holy symbol if there's an extra one, or maybe the book that is it means most to him, whether it's about the faith of Kalimvor or possibly just the balance of life and death.
okay. So you have that. You have the ability to. I'm asking, is there are you doing augury? Are you doing things like that? Or do you just wish to roll a religion check and see what happens?
Reminds me of my old
Can I
cleric
do it?
days.
can I do something like... I'll do something for flavor if it's okay. I'm going to basically try and use Prayer of Healing, not in the way that I normally would to, like, heal somebody, but almost like trying to, like, come up from my spirit and try and, like, heal my spirit, basically.
Okay.
As a prayer.
Sure.
Interesting.
You take out your tome, start to read over it, start to look at Kalimdor's gospel, and it's something that you've been able to do for a pretty long time now, which is almost multitask what you're doing. You can read while thinking in the background at the same time. And as you are sitting there, you are trying to think about the issues that are going on while you are looking for words of confirmation or insight from Kalimdor's text. You start to cast the spell almost in the back of your head, and you feel this warmth come up. There's a light from your chest, and you start to think, go and give me a religion check. Here.
I am 18 now.
18. Okay. Probably should have asked you this before. It's besides just the events that have happened recently, what are you looking for in particular? What type of guidance do you want from Kalimdor?
He's gonna think a lot about what Lolak said about how Bobo would want, like, basically to be gone. And Wood Six have remembered that he was like, I wish I would have died.
Yeah, it's literally the first thing he said when he woke up.
Okay.
That was the first thing you ever heard Bobo say.
So I'm gonna think about, like, how, like, I'm sure that there's something there, but I'm also not sure if it's something that Bobo would want, and it's something that I just want guidance to know if Bobo wants to be set at ease, or if Kalimdor, his reasoning is selfish, or if he's just trying to battle the other side. Maybe, like, that finger on the scale, maybe he's trying to stop that from happening.
So the answer is yes, he's being selfish. So you guys were told by Thack that the Raven Queen had kind of chosen your lot. The Raven Queen is gone. He's trying to keep the Raven Queen's champion on his plane, even if he doesn't wish it to be. He's trying to assist in the people he thinks are going to assist her.
So then I guess the last thing is just going to be dejected and realize that, you know, sometimes gods might lead something that isn't exactly what everybody else wants, and he's just going to ask, what do I do?
Kalimdor, in the same tipping of the scales of Alchemy. This almost ephemeral finger on the other side, keeping it from being pulled, pulling into darkness. See it pushed down until it comes to loving. But you also understand that's what Kalimdor wants.
It's just going to kind of stop praying and just kind of flip through his books and see if there's anything that could revive him. And I guess just kind of leave it at that.
There are spells, but as you're flipping through, you also understand that this is hypocrisy at its finest from Kalimdor himself. Kalimdor is the neutral god of life and death, and as you're reading through it, you realize if this was anybody else, there would have been no question.
Let him go.
It's because your god's kid asked.
Can I keep it? Can I please keep it?
Basically, she likes birds.
She does. It's like she's like a bird green or something.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this would be a great opportunity for me to shift over to a death player.
I'll give me a witness at some point.
Of some sort.
That wouldn't make
He'll
sense.
just kind of continue reading and try and keep an eye on time and not stay too long, and then kind of mosey back over to Fred's call. Maybe keeping an eye out for Hush and that.
Well, lads, you are on your way. You have to go back to this shitty temple.
Yeah.
And you have to go all the way back to Precinct 1 with Orskova. And you have to basically pay for this service. What are you doing?
I'm going to stand right outside the temple, and I'm going to cast Mage Hand and write out a note that says, "Send your priest out, preferably one that can speak with them."
All right.
And I'm going to send my Mage Hand into the temple.
Oh, like that's my line, and I'm not stepping over it.
Stupid fucking ass.
He finds a way.
Stupid fucking church.
Liz, would you go ask to arrange for the priests to come over here to cast something for us, and we pay them? You want me to do what?
Sorry, I may have misspoke on this group. Now that I have my phone.
Bothered. At least Lolax
Well, I didn't. Okay.
begrudgingly. But when?
All right. So,
They're not good.
you send that forth, and you see there's a very confused-looking, what it basically amounts to a choir boy that has been that was walking around just. Reads it. Walks further into the church. After a few moments, there is a priest that seems to be walking out, and she looks like an Asmar, so she's fairly humanoid, but has these black angel wings that kind of come up and out.
One of my favorite races.
And she walks through. And
You can't say that.
you need to speak with dead.
Yeah. How much for your services?
How many questions do you want? Normally 3.
Just one.
Just 1.
We're really selling you short, Bobo.
It's okay.
3 is the minimum, so if you wish for
Okay.
more.
That's fine. I'll take the minimum.
Apparently Loax only likes Bodo enough for one question.
Lolex trusts Bobo to only need.
They look over the body and just okay. Me 200 gold.
I have a friend who will pay that.
Great, where are they?
Second check?
I think they mentioned that they're going to go to their own graveyard. But they're a man of faith, so I'm sure that they'll pay you.
How much money did Bobo have on him?
Zip. 45.
That's a good way towards.
I don't think I have 200 gold, so
Otherwise, I'm sure that there's a way that
Check.
like you have a way of collecting debt. So
If that's the route you'd like to go, we definitely can.
okay.
Give me a moment. And they're going to walk back in. And it takes about 30 minutes. They walk out with another kind of bookish looking man. And a halfling with like salad skin as he walks out. Looking to sign a deal?
Not myself personally, but if you can accompany me back to the body, then I'm more than happy to have my friend sign. Who would be the one that's paying the debt?
We only do business on grounds.
I understand this is a weird situation, but it's also of the utmost importance since it's a person who just got their guild pack's license. Just try to persuade them.
You can give me a persuasion check. It's going to be fairly high DC.
Set that up.
Yeah.
No.
Ten. You see they kind of crinkle their noses. Right, the guild type people who came in here and took a bunch of stuff from us. What? You can have them come here, or we can do business. You send them our way. Until then, or until you have gold. Have a great night.
Okay. And then Lolax is going to leave, and he's going to go back to the Prince Hall.
All right.
With the toboggan.
So everybody succeeded their mission except for Lolax, is what I'm hearing.
I didn't realize you carried the body to the horse.
I didn't say that I did, so
Okay.
Okay.
I assumed that I left it at the.
I thought it had to be there to talk to it.
Well, the thing he was arranging.
I was
somebody to come back
trying to
with
get
it.
somebody to do a house call. That's
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
what I was going for.
Which they probably would have done, but the dealing, the contracts, that kind of stuff, normally has to be done on site. You can agree to things, and then they will do things once they have money or a collateral piece.
Lolax is not going to sign anything like that, so he would have gone back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Respectable.
So I guess I wait around until I guess Styx comes back.
All right. So, eventually you all do wind up reconvening. Lolax a little bit sooner than anybody else, but the rest of you, within a few minutes of each other, actually wind up coming back. Actually, Dak, you're going to be a little bit later because you're further out.
So at this point, when Styx and Sail come back, I'm going to say, so it's 200 gold to ask 3 questions. And I'm not going to pay that because I already know what Bubble wants. So, Styx,
What did you
Are you-
hear?
are you willing to pay 200 gold to be sure?
What did you hear when you went to your graveyard?
Styx isn't even going to, acknowledge the question. He's just going to be like, oh, so you're giving up. That's fine.
What do you mean giving up?
I'm not going to elaborate anymore. So, he's going to think. And I'm currently looking through spells that I might not have prepared, but I'm going to say maybe I remembered while reading that although I hate it, I can use Speak with Dead.
Yeah, I know you have access to the spell. That's why I recommended it.
Yes.
Oh.
Styx did not want to do this.
Okay.
He did not want to do this. He found it and flipped through. He's like, I've never tried this before just because, icky. He's going to glare at Lolax and be like, I wonder how many other people you would throw under the bus. And then basically, what
I
type
would
of
throw everybody under the bus if they asked me to.
he's going to
Everybody should have a choice, and it shouldn't be up to gods to interfere.
If Bobo wants to be under a bus, none of us should stop him.
I'm just going to say, I'll ask him then.
Okay.
And what time is it?
About 4 a.m.,
4 a.m.
4:30.
How long is the long rest?
8 hours.
Well, I need to sleep.
One of those. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk into the Brad's hall and just shut my door and go to sleep.
Okay.
He seemed a little punchy.
Well, it's a matter of faith, and he's a very strong believer, so I don't blame him for having strong opinions. I just wish that he would respect Bolo's wishes. But you know what? He's going to tell him himself, and I guess that's the best that we can hope for right now.
I think that was a very good comeback. I just want to let you know.
Yeah, I thought about it. Sometimes I have these moments where I'm like, I don't really have a whole bunch of articulation in the moment, so I should prepare some snappy things.
Yep.
All right. That probably about an hour, half hour later, you come back.
And what's the scene that I see from afar?
From afar, there is a presumably empty cart. There's a wolf milling about with the lion.
I just walk up to the pride's call, go inside. What do I see?
It's pretty somber. You see Uncle V is behind the bar. Tempe has come back in and is kind of just sitting on top of the bar. They're both just polishing glasses, but they look like they're kind of just staring into the middle distance.
Do I see any of my friends?
I'm not sure where the body would be, but Lolax would be in a chair next to the body.
It was put in the back.
It was put in the back, then he would still be there watching over it, making sure that nobody in the middle of the night decides to collect.
Fair enough. Does anybody else feel like they would be in the tavern?
I'd be getting probably shitty sleep somewhere near, but not like... I'm not laying down on the floor in the forge necessarily, but I might be like passed out on top of a table.
Is B then the only one probably out front then?
Looks like probably like Talim, V, and Tempe.
And Bobo.
Well, I'll go up to B and find him.
Behind the bar, he's just sitting there rubbing down the same glass. You walk up to him, he doesn't really acknowledge you, and he's just the same spot over, and over.
B.
Hello.
Couldn't find him. I lost him.
Right. I'm sorry to make a bad night worse, but we lost Bobo as well.
Don't say anything. Just pause. Where is he?
He's in the back with Lolax and Sail's kind of sleeping on some potatoes at the moment.
Go. I'm gonna look at Ellie.
Puts his hand on your shoulder before you move. It doesn't take a genius to realize tensions are a bit high right now.
I need to see.
I understand. Give me a moment. Tensions between Lolax and Styx are a little high on what to do with his body.
I understand. I just need to see it for myself.
Let's go, Obi.
I look at Ellie. Ellie, thank you. You need a place to stay, you can stay here. I'll pay for it. Please be available in the coming days.
She nods.
I'll need you. Go back to find Bobo's body.
He speaks quietly with her goblin companion. They kind of nod to each other. They walk out. They leave, but Ellie goes and takes a seat next to the fire.
I go to the back.
All right. So there's this short little hallway that is normally used as like temporary storage. In there, there's like the immediate ale flasks. There are sacks of like potatoes, tubers, those types of things. So as you walk in the first door and you look down, Sail is just in the most cramped up fetal position possible. They seem like they're half asleep.
Do I see Bobo's body?
Another door you gotta go through.
Go through the other door. Don't disturb Sayo.
I'm probably like... No.
Aren't I in the forge?
Yeah.
The forge has a door.
There's the third door you have to go through.
Go through all the doors I need to go through.
You enter in the workshop proper and you see Lolax is sitting in a stool that he's kind of dragged over next to a forge.
Do I see Bobo?
Probably not. I would assume that Bobo's sequestered at the moment. Like, quite literally, Andre is correct, there's another door.
Do I Lolax awake or is Lolax asleep?
Lolax would be like kind of like those, like the slightest sound would be like waking him up.
Yeah.
So like if you entered and like opened the door, it probably would creak and it would, little X would be like standing up and then like, oh, you heard?
Can I see him?
Yeah, of course.
I'll go see Bobo.
You open the forge door, look inside, and Bobo is
We've been disagreeing about what to do. We're gonna be speaking with him tomorrow and asking him what he wants. I'm pretty sure that I know the answer, but I guess it's better safe than sorry, right?
I'm gonna touch where I think Bobo's heart would be. I see the holy symbol on top of him, and I kind of still
in
touch
fact,
his
as
heart.
you look at it, it is a skull or a skeleton's hand raising up golden scales.
Yeah. Touch my hand to his heart.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting my hand on it.
If you hit it at the right angle, you go through the hole, you can touch it. Touch the heart.
You place your hand on there. You kind of open it up and stick your hand in. You see that Bobo's eyes have been covered with coins. And the holy symbol is kind of right above his chest, so as you put your hand on top, it feels cold.
Figured. I leave without saying a word.
Well, okay.
Well, no, actually, I'll stop. Look at Lolax.
You know what my favorite part of having Bobo was in our party? He was never afraid to just go in and do what needed to be done. I'm gonna miss that.
Neither am I.
A lot.
And I clasp his shoulder. Neither am I.
He's gonna.
And I give him 1,000-yard stare for a second with regret about something. Then I go up to my room. Don't say anything to anybody. Take off all my armor. Stare in the mirror. Take off my holy symbol. Look in the mirror and say, I'm broken. And I put on the unholy symbol and go to sleep.
And I think that's a great place to cut it for this session. Hot damn. I was not expecting the majority of this. All right. So, we're off next week. We have a vetting session. But we should be on the week after. We'll do some more talking. We'll see what's up. It might be on a Sunday. We might shift it around. We'll see. Thank you all for being here. All right. Yeah. Social media stuff. Sure,
Yes, I've been a little bit behind on it, especially this week. But follow our Twitter, join our Discord where you can see the funny meme that might be edited into this episode. I don't know, maybe it'll like just show up on the screen or something. It will. Follow our Facebook, follow our Instagram. All of these are great places to know if we're going live. So
I'm just showing how often Sam's on his phone.
I regret giving you guys access to the cameras now.
Tune
I've
in
only
next
knocked
time
it
to
over.
see my other free character.
Love you and good night.
Good night.
I said good night.